Hello, everybody, and welcome to Heads Must Roll, a D&D actual play podcast set in a world of tyranny, corruption, revenge, and vigilante justice. Each of our heroes has had a life-altering brush with corruption in their past. Because of their troubled pasts, our heroes were approached by a stranger who invited them to join an underground secret society of vigilante outcasts. The goal of the secret society, which is called the Branded Hands, is to expose and disrupt tyranny and corruption in the government. These are their adventures.
Dun dun.
Bum, 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 bum. That's my theater degree. $60,000.
Hell yeah, well spent.
And counting.
And counting.
That's right.
Because
It's tell you about interest. Yeah.
I am in default or whatever the worst one is. I don't even know. So let's quick introduce everybody's characters, starting with me. I am Jake. I am playing Ingus the Clown. He is a halfling bard, and he is an aspiring clown with occasional anger issues. Let's go down the line. Erin.
Hi, I'm Erin. I am playing Dalana Greydark. She is a 21-year-old half-elf rogue. Recently escaped from a very bad sex cult situation and is on the run from that organization and recently joined the Branded Hands.
You say very bad sex cult situation. Are there neutral or good sex cult situations? Or aren't they all? Yeah. They're all very bad.
Maybe.
Just gotta get in the right
I mean,
one.
it's like if it's consenting adults and they're not too brainwashed and everyone's enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You just got to
Right.
respond to the right Craigslist ad is really what it is.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a sex cult. It was more a sex cult situation.
Yeah.
It's just an orgy
Right,
at that
right.
point.
Situation.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's
you know?
complicated.
That's good old American fun.
Yeah. Put your keys in the bowl. Next up, speaking of orgies, next up we have Devin.
Hello, I am Devin. I'm playing the human monk Daniel Sanway, a Las Ongolian native who lost his master through tragic circumstances and has only the establishment to blame, so thus has joined and been contacted by the Branded Hand, and now is totally down to hang.
Wonderful. Totally down to hang some oligarchs or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up is Henry.
Hey, I'm Henry. I'm playing Dektrin Gorin, an ex-member of the zombie-destroying organization called the Scourge Purgers, who recently left the organization due to a disagreement with the leadership. So now he's with the Branded Hand, trying to figure out what's next.
Wicked. And then next, we'll go with Sam.
I'm Sam. I'm Eli the Varus, the Hexblade. He's continuing his journey to find himself in a better light, or go ahead and use the powers bestowed on him to dish out some more vengeance. Is doing something wrong for the right reasons okay, or just confusing?
Yeah. Vengeance is complicated. And then last we have Kurt.
All right, I'm Kurt. I'm playing Riven, a human rogue. I'm a spoiled rich boy who decided that a wealthy life wasn't for him, so he tried out a life of crime. Found himself in a Branded Hand type situation, and generally doesn't know what's going on.
Yep. And here we all are, just adventuring along.
Branded Hand type situation.
It might be a sex cult. I don't know.
If you play your cards right, Buckaroo, we'll see what happens.
That is who we are and what we are. So let's get rolling with this game. I'm going to hand it over to our DM, Eric.
All right, my name's Eric, and I'll be the dungeon master for this evening. And if everybody's ready, we can roll. All good, crew?
Ready to roll.
I get it.
Ha ha. All right. So last time on Heads Must Roll, our heroes were asked by a priestess to investigate why her formerly charitable order began charging ridiculous sums of money in order to help the sick and the injured. Worse yet, healers who began healing on the streets for free were being kidnapped and or murdered by street thugs. These thugs are thought to be working for the militia group known as the Children of Chaos, who are currently in control of the entire city of Besbophus. According to their informant, the man in charge of hunting down street healers is a human by the name of Orton. In order to find this man, our heroes staged a fake street healing event to draw the attention of Orton's thugs. By a brilliant display of pathetic weakness, Daniel Sanway feigned injury, and with Dektrin Gorin acting as healer, were able to lure some of Orton's thugs into a trap. A battle ensued, but our heroes emerged victorious and captured one of the street thugs. They quickly tied up their captive, took her into a vacant house, and began planning an interrogation on the whereabouts of Orton and the reasons behind the attacks on healers. And so with that, we'll pick up where we left off with our heroes in that vacant house just right off the street. So everyone is inside this vacant house. So whoever lives there just isn't home at the moment. But in the house, you can see that it's apparently whoever lives here does not have much money. There's like a very unkept kind of bed in one of the corners. There's a window at the front of the house, at the back of the house, raggedy fireplace that's still kind of filled with cold coals and like charcoal and blackened logs from the night before. And then also a chest that you can see the lock has not been locked. And you can see that there's what looks like a part of some clothes hanging out the side. But other than that, it's just kind of a bare wood floor and not much else for decorations.
You said that there was just one bed?
There's just one bed here.
But there's still like a family portrait on like above the fireplace that's like a family of like 17.
They're
like
all
that
very
type of
close,
house.
seeing as how they all sleep in the same bed.
Exactly, yeah. It's
Yes,
like that
they're
dirt
very-
of a place. Yeah.
How big of a bed is
They
it?
Family
work different
bonding.
shifts. You don't all need the bed at the same time.
Is it a one-person bed or is it like a double bed, a full? What do you think? How many inches wide is this bed?
I'd probably say it's like a double bed. So you could fit another person in there, but it'd be arguably comfortable. It'd be tough. It'd take an acrobatics check.
Is there any indication based on like the clothing or anything that they're still like the person who lives here is wearing like the blue colors of Children of Chaos? Is there any apparent connection?
So in this, as far as like inside the house, you can see kind of like a white sleeve of, you know, a tunic or some sort of shirt kind of hanging out of the chest, which is the lock is kind of off of it, but the top is still closed.
That's just the video game texture of the chest. I gotcha.
Mhm.
Are there any chairs in this place, or is it just no chairs, just a bed?
There's a couple chairs kind of like off in the corner, and there's also one chair in front of the fireplace.
Oh, a fireplace. That's fancy.
Is there any notable interior decorating?
Just the one picture of the 17 people in the family.
I'm gonna walk over to the chair in front of the fireplace, turn it around, kind of like place it facing the door, and I'm gonna be like, gesture to our captain, I'm like, all right, sit down. Calmly, but not aggressively, but still, like I'm not fucking around, basically. Like, you don't have a choice to sit down. This is like an order, basically. So,
Okay.
So
Stern
charmed,
but
right?
gentlemanly.
So,
right. Yeah.
all right. And so she goes and kind of like cautiously goes and asks her to sit on the chair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my arm's like out towards
yeah,
the chair,
she's-
kind of like a...
She's still charmed at this point, probably for like another
Right.
55 minutes, maybe. I don't know.
All right. So she kind of like eyes Ingus warily, but then goes and kind of sits on the chair and kind of looks at everybody, kind of just awaiting kind of what's next. But she's looking at Ingus kind of like, you know, who are these people? She seems confused at the situation.
I'll be like, what's your name again, lady friend, gal? What's your name? Oh, I'm sorry, I hate myself for talking like that. I was trying to be like chummy. Ugh, gross.
Hey there, guy. What's your name? Say.
Hey, lady gal.
Ugh. All right, that's canon.
That's also in character. You going? Ugh, that's bad. That's bad.
No, totally. He second guessed himself as soon as he said it.
She goes, Ingus, I can't believe you forgot my name.
There was a lot
Farah.
going on. Farah.
Oh, you silly. Stop clowning around.
Oh, that's because I am a clown.
But,
Well, I'm going to quick go around the room and introduce you to my very best, very trustable, very friendly friends.
Maybe let's just ask a few questions instead of introducing her to the people who just kidnapped her.
Oh, right.
We don't need to mention names.
No
Whoa.
names.
We
No
all-
names.
Let's just recap this. We just beat the shit out of a couple guys, captured someone, and now plan on, you know, talking, but really being more like inquisitors.
Just talking. Just talking.
It's just a talk.
Is this really what we all signed up for? I mean, it seems a little out of place. I don't know about you guys.
She would kill us in a heartbeat if things were the other way around.
do you have some knowledge about what this organization is? As far as I understood it, this is anything they say goes. We're not the bad guys, but, well, we have to do things.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of showed up and just tried to murder us, so I don't really feel too bad
Fair.
about.
That's a fair
Yeah.
point. Fair point. But I'm just saying, as long as if we all know what we're doing, that's cool. But
She's contributing to lives lost via, expensive healthcare,
I do appreciate your understanding and your awareness of morality, Eli, because I get exactly what you're talking about. But at the end of the day, it feels like this is the job.
I mean, we haven't gotten to torturing her yet, so we're just asking questions.
Yeah,
like we haven't even done that yet. All right, guys, like just
Not that
chill.
we're
Like
going
when we get to that point, you could like slap me on the wrist or whatever.
Yeah,
but
torturing
Daniel's
may not even be necessary, It's a
hopefully.
friendly-
I mean, I don't want to torture her,
All right, fair
and I
enough.
probably
think so.
won't.
Hopefully not.
Are we just sort of like flippantly saying the word torture in front of her just right now?
Yeah, but she's totally cool with it.
Yeah, but we're saying that we're not going to torture her, so that's fine.
At her.
Well, I mean, Ingus, she's a good friend of yours, though, right? It won't come to that.
Yeah, I'll allow some out of some metagame conversation just for ease sake, because otherwise this would be a very disturbing conversation.
Yeah, this is us in the huddle. This is us in the player huddle.
Yeah, I think that would break the charm pretty fast.
We keep like peeking our head up and looking like, no, we're not going to murder her.
We're conveying some of this with our eyeballs and our eyebrows, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's just-
some real facial expressions.
It's the torture look.
Just for the record, I said the word lady gal with my eyes, not out loud.
Yes. Can Daniel-san take, because you said there's 2 other chairs in the room outside of the one that the gal is sitting in now.
Yes.
Can he take one of them, or take both of them? He wants to situation them up like this is becoming like an interrogation room. He wants to put them both facing her, and he wants to sit in the one, but he wants to sit in it while it's facing backwards. So he wants to like rest his arm like on the top there.
Cool.
That is so
Yeah.
perfectly Daniel. I can just
And he's
picture him
there.
doing that. Like,
Yeah. Is anyone else deeply concerned that the teenager is taking on this interrogation?
The teenager with 0+ in charisma.
Yeah.
So,
I will sit down. I'm going to ask this
oh shit, we the good
questions,
cop, bad cop? All right.
Good cop, bad cop. I don't know which one you want to be, but...
shouldn't it be Ingus though? The questions would
It
probably
should be, but that's not who's in the chair.
Do the Michelle Pfeiffer chair turn and sit, Gangster's
Yeah,
Paradise or whatever?
Dalana like crosses her legs and is like, so, and grabs her by the scruff and like just like, tell me what it is. Beats her up. Like, continue.
No. I kind of want to maybe ask her like what she's getting paid, because I'm guessing she's not getting paid as much as like the guys who are dead now, and so maybe she doesn't know that she's getting paid less than them, and
Yeah.
maybe we can bring her on over to our side, get some info.
Yeah. The glass ceiling.
Did you know you're getting paid only 70% of what those goons were?
Seriously.
And even if it's not true, you can convince her that it's true so that she...
It's probably true. If she has an ass, it's probably true.
That's probably true.
It is a sexist world. I
Conversations
mean,
with your coworker about compensation.
Yeah.
There is the concern that since we took over an empty house that people actively live in, that they might return. So I am willing,
Oh yeah, someone should look out the window.
as the resident entertainer, I'm actually willing to... I'm saying this to everybody. I'm going to step outside. I'm going to play my piccolo like a street performer. And if I have any indication that the people are coming back to this home, I'll try to stop them. And maybe there'll be like a signal to you guys that like, you know that the people are coming back.
but don't you have to stay inside because you're the one to cast the charm?
Oh.
Is that how that works? I have to be the one?
I'm
that-
not sure, but if
I don't know if there's a radius, but I do know that she's just like...
She just likes you.
Yeah.
Oh.
so you need to talk to her.
Yeah, exactly.
So all of us talking about torturing her wouldn't go
Okay.
well.
Okay. I'll take Daniel out and I'll sit down,
Yeah, when I get up, I'll say like, you have to sit in the chair right though, dude.
spin it around
get
and
up.
sit on it backwards, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Except that like this chair is like bigger than I am. I'm 3
Yeah,
feet
it's
tall.
huge.
That might be a little hard. Like your
I can't-
legs are completely like open. It takes a little agility to be able to open your legs around the sides of the back of the chair
As a
Nailed it.
clown, I will
and to peek over the top.
I will add a little delight to the scenario by trying to be cool to turn the chair around, but I'm embracing the fact that I'm short and that it's funny. So I'll turn it into like a little slapstick routine. Me like dragging the chair backwards and climbing up and trying to like straddle it and be all cool, but there's just no way it's cool.
it would be disarming to be someone being interrogated by an interrogator who does like a whole routine. I'd be like, what's going on? Is this like a joke or not? Or
Yeah. I'll be good cop if somebody wants to be bad cop. Are you already sitting?
Do we need
Dalana?
a bad cop when the good cop has the defendant charm?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we don't need a bad cop, but
No, we don't really
No.
need a bad cop.
We can just both be nice, you know?
Yeah.
Just coax.
Yeah. Hey, Ingus, why don't you just ask her a few questions about what's going on with all the healers getting murdered?
for sure. Well, hello there, Farah. That's right. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
we just want to ask you a couple questions about what's going on. Buddy to buddy. It looks like you were with a gang of people from what I've heard, from the gossip column, is
Canon.
that there's some crazy stuff going on with medicine in this city, and that your friends might have, strong-armed some healers into either dying or charging exorbitant fees. What do you know about that?
So I know that we were just supposed to kind of patrol the streets and make sure that the healers were going about it the right way, which is at the temple. So no outside unsanctioned healing was supposed to take place. Yep, we always give them one warning though, but if they keep doing it, then sometimes things happen.
Wait, why didn't we get a warning?
Yeah.
I might have punched him real early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hear that you guys are getting your orders from this fella named Orton. Tell me about him.
Oh, Orton?
Yeah.
He's kind of an alright guy, but he's really ugly. He's really sensitive about it too. It's like his face is all like droopy.
Oh, okay.
And his like hair is kind of like falling out. It's all patchy. He's really smart though, but he doesn't really walk straight. He's got kind of a limp.
Interesting. Where does this guy like to hang out? Where does he hang? Where does he chill? Why do I have to be cool? I don't know.
You're friends with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been to his place, but I heard it's got something to do with the butcher shop that's down the street.
Oh.
Yeah, it's something with like a place called like the chopping block. They say it's like under there, or there's something.
Oh.
There's a certain door, and then you go through the door and you go like underground, but only like the people that are really close to him get to go down there. I'm still climbing the ranks a little bit.
Would you be able to escort us there in, like 50 minutes or less?
Yeah, I think so.
Ingus, you're doing great. Just
Thanks.
keep
Thank you
it
so
going.
much. Yeah. So, I don't know. What are your feelings? You like Orton a lot, huh?
Yeah, he seems all right. He controls the streets pretty well. Keeps kind of all the unsanctioned stuff off. Keeps the riffraff out.
How much does Orton pay you?
Oh.
He pays not really the best.
Mm-hmm. Does he pay everyone the same? Are you top billing?
No, so I'm still climbing the ranks. I'm pretty new here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Has it been like a 6 years new kind of thing compared like to the others that have been there for like 6 months?
Right. Like the boys who just
Yeah.
join and like they're making $1 more than you. I mean,
Yeah, right?
It's just been like I've just been here, working for a few months.
oh, okay.
Alright.
I kind of like what they're about. Some of the other guys kind of like talked me into it, and it just kind of seemed nice versus kind of like some of the other people that have tried to run the city. I just like the freedom of this crew.
Would we be able to, with enough positive persuasion checks, convince her that the job she has sucks and that she should go against them? Is that possible?
Quitting her job today.
Yeah. Yeah, what video game standard, like how many positive points do I gotta get her to go to that threshold?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind
That
of
seems
hard
pretty
to
hardcore, yeah.
Well, because I mean, you guys killed like 2 of the people she was with,
Right.
which I mean somehow she
Yeah.
just accepts because
But
like
we're
she
friends
had
now. We're friends now.
Right.
yeah, but like she had advantage on the save, but like yeah, she still thinks you guys are okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I think all that ends when the spell ends, right? Which is why we.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we should.
Probably hurry it up. Okay, well, we'll talk about the job later,
We should we need to make a plan, but she can't hear the plan. You said there's is there a bedroom? This is like a 1-room house, you said, or?
It's just a one room.
We
Put
could
her
just
in the
step
chest.
outside,
Yeah.
take a look around.
Yeah, how about you guys step outside and make a plan, and I'll just keep her entertained.
Can I rummage through the chest to see if there's a town map, Pokemon style?
Okay.
I'm gonna
We're on the
say,
subject.
hey Pharaoh, would you be able to take us to the chopping block? Get us in there?
And she goes, well, I guess if you're friends with Ingus, but
Best friends, BFFs.
why'd you guys have to kill the other 2 I was with? I'm gonna get in trouble now.
I mean, they owed me money.
We won't tell.
It was a misunderstanding.
They weren't paying their
We're all, like,
taxes.
all over
You
the
guys,
place.
I mean, were you guys actually like healing, or you just kind of sprung up on us?
Yes.
Yeah, they both owed me money, and they hadn't been paying.
I really
And
did.
so
I mean, you're right. I really did just fucking throw a bow real quick. But like, not my fault. You came right at me, you know? Sword out or something? I don't remember.
Yeah, Daniel, we'll have to talk about that in the future, but...
It was prime opportunity. He never saw it coming.
It was all a misunderstanding. We were meaning to ambush completely different people. Ridiculous, the coincidence that happened here.
And if you want to yell at I'm only punching. Other people like had swords and arrows and shit. Like, if you want to get mad at someone, like, not to say that I'm gonna sell my friends out, but like, I'm alright.
Well, I mean, you're a friend. If a friend of Ingus is a friend of mine, but
oh, sweet.
you guys are going to be in big trouble.
Well, I mean, what if we explained it to Orton, though? Like, he would understand, right?
Oh, yeah.
Explain, but you guys were street healing. You're not supposed to be doing that. You have to go to the temple for that.
We'll go turn ourselves in.
There were not enough signs posted, you know? It's like, were there signs out there telling me not to do that?
Yeah, like, was there a meeting with all the healers where this was discussed? Did I miss that meeting?
Or like a no parking sign, like between the hours of this and that.
I
like
think-
no healing.
We told all the ladies and guys that work at the temple that they all have to do their work inside the temple, and if anyone's healing outside the temple, that they should report it to us so that we can make sure that they do it in the right place. But we should do signs. It's a good idea.
It's a good idea.
It is.
It is.
Why did your organization form such an embargo on healing? I'm afraid I don't understand the politics behind such an action. To me, it does not make any sense.
And why is it so expensive now?
Well, and so as far as I know, it's to help kind of patch up the temple. So the temple that they've had there has been there for the really long time, as long as the city's been here, as far as I know. But it's totally run down. Everything's kind of fallen apart because just not a lot of people donate on their own. And so they jacked up the prices in order to kind of help out kind of the standard of the temple. At least that's what I was told. And I don't know, to me it makes sense. It's kind of shabby looking right now, but hopefully they'll be able to make it a much nicer looking place.
I'm going to kind of mutter under my breath and go, the oldest trick in the book.
I was going to say, churches.
The children of chaos collect a lot of taxes. Don't you think that those taxes would be able to pay for...
I don't know that we need to belabor this point. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not sure we're going
really discuss the business model with her.
We're going to go kill Orton.
I was gonna
I don't
pull
think
out
you guys get what the deal is
going to
here.
pull out a
I don't-
diagram. So you'll take us to Orton, huh?
Yeah, and we can work this whole thing out, right?
And he needs a couple more guard people to
Obviously,
thug the
they
streets,
have some openings.
which we obviously can do. So
I can show you guys like to the butcher place, but
Cool.
you guys are going to be in big trouble. So like, I don't want to get too close myself because look, I'm trying to like raise up the ranks here. I'm doing really well so far, and I don't want to get in trouble.
I'd be willing to write you a letter of recommendation and deliver it directly to Orton.
Well, that'd be great, but you guys just killed 2 of his men.
Also, I don't think you can put your friends down as like a reference. Like, I don't think business is really like that.
At this point, Farah, I think just getting us close to the vicinity would be good. And then
Yeah.
we'll take care of the rest. Just point us in the right direction. You can go separate ways, but for the moment, we'll talk with Orton. We'll make it an arrangement. We'll figure something out. Just fret not, my friend. You will be fine. You'll be on your way, and we'll be on our way, and that'll be that.
Yeah, that sounds right, Ingus, doesn't it?
That sounds good.
This totally sounds really reasonable. And if, say, like a sincere apology were in order for your friends, we would prefer to, issue that directly to Orton. So,
Yeah.
but you said that we were
Okay.
in some sort of danger or trouble. Could you spell out exactly how many people are around him, or like just give us an indication of what kind of trouble we would be in?
What time does the guard change?
Well, with all of us that like guard the docks, I think there's about 40 some of us.
Holy ballsack! Yeah.
Easy.
So we just kind of like patrol the streets, and sometimes we leave like the docks district. So I don't know, we're kind of all over the place, but I think it's like 40 some.
Do you guys have lunch breaks when
Yeah.
do Orton's guards take their lunch?
Do they?
I don't know,
do
we just
they
kind of have
all-
lunch whenever we feel like it.
Is there a union?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never thought about it.
That's real sincere. I never thought about that.
wait, so if going to the butcher block isn't such a good idea, could you get us inside the church? There's that guy at the door that's just being a jerk, I guess, to everyone.
Oh, Orlando, right?
Yeah. Can you get us past him?
The last I heard, they're only letting people in that are paying customers.
Mm-hmm.
What about friends of friends that are,
I don't know. I've never gotten like hurt out in the streets much before, past just like little cuts and whatnot. So I've never really needed to go in.
Yeah, do you guys get free healthcare as the Children of Chaos?
I heard that some of the guys did.
Oh, but not
But
the lady
some-
pal, the lady gal.
You don't get yours covered, right? I mean,
I don't know. I've never tried. I want to show everyone how tough I am, so I just try to like go about it the natural way. So I don't want to have to rely on others. But sometimes, when your life's on the line, sometimes you have to just go and have someone else take care of you. So it's kind of embarrassing, but
There's no harm in asking for help.
Well, guys, now that we know everything about the Children of Chaos's benefits package, where are we going? The chopping block or the church?
I think the
We're
audience
running out of
wants to
time.
know
Have a
more
conversation?
about the insurance.
I think I think the chopping block for sure.
Yeah,
Because that seems to be the
chopping
kind
block.
of path that we've been going. Because what better way to show up at the church with Orton, here's a who's head, and flop that shit on the table and be like, bring the bosses out. Because we got
Alright.
some ass kicking to do.
So, but it sounds like Orton has access to 40 guards, right? And
Yeah,
if we get murdered by 40 guards, then we'll never get to the hospital to get to more
you're
things.
right.
Yeah,
That's
but
a fair
40
point.
guards are the entirety of the docks district. Like, they're not all going to be chilling at
Yeah.
the butcher shop.
Just
They'll
at
all
him.
be making
Right.
patrols or on
Let's step
other
outside and
missions.
have this conversation.
Should I stay with her
Alright,
so
good
she
idea.
doesn't run?
Wait,
Just tell her to stay there
I
forever.
don't think she's running anywhere. She looks
Yeah.
like she could lay down and take a nap or something. For
why don't you,
yeah,
you know what? Ingus, what
could
do you
probably
think?
rest
Should Sarah
up.
take a nice long walk, like, across town?
Yeah, we could have a nice long walk and everybody...
Maybe just Farah. Do you think Farah should take a nice long walk?
Is there a way that we can plot things out without her hearing us, like, talk about it?
I mean, I guess you guys could kind of have like a powwow on the side.
Like, put your hands up to your ears and just earmuffs. You know, just fucking
Yeah.
plug them. Play
Hey,
it.
Farah, can you just stare at this fire and zone out completely for a couple minutes?
This fire. So the fireplace is out right now.
Oh, right. Can you just stare at this empty hole and zone out
Oh
for
no,
a couple minutes?
I can fix that. Prestidigitation
Oh, there we go.
fires back on.
The
Okay,
first
yeah, that was
reasonable
Nice
use.
and roasting.
nice.
Yep.
We're just keeping these people's house warm for them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hopefully it doesn't burn down.
These people who
It's
come
a
home
magical
any second.
fire. It's contained. It's fine, guys.
So, Farah, stare at this fire and zone out completely for a minute or two.
Wow. So you're one of those magic users, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
Yeah. So you can do it with fire?
Yep.
No, I can do some of that too. Actually, I don't tell many people.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't do fire though.
Such a shame that you aren't able to use your gift around your friends.
Yeah, people don't understand. My family was they look down upon it too. I can create this liquid that like eats through stuff, so I can like shoot acid out of my hands. It's kind of weird.
Whoa.
That's sick as hell.
I know it was really bad when I was young. I couldn't control it very well, but I kind of got the hang of it now.
I just want you to know that I think that is something that's very special about you, and you should be proud of yourself. And never give up on your dreams. What am I saying? Are we gonna...
Thank
Yeah,
you,
Forging
Ingus.
a
I've
lifelong
never,
friendship.
no one's ever told me that.
Well, you should be who you
Put her
are
in the
inside
chest.
of you.
So, Farah, if we were to go to the chopping block right now, how many people do you think would be there? All 40? Maybe just 5?
I don't know. There's one guy that runs it, but he's like the actual butcher. His name's Chauncey. So so I think he's kind of buddy with Orton. They like worked out some sort of deal. I don't know. They're kind of pretty secretive about where that stuff is. So I'm sure they'll tell me in time if I keep doing a good job out here. But I might get in trouble now because my partners got killed.
And just tell them you got your period. You weren't there, you know? It's just,
And
you
I
missed
killed
it
the
all.
other two.
If you paid me health care, maybe I would be able to.
Right?
The Children of Chaos
Oh my
Healthcare Insurance Plan.
Free birth control and free tampons for everyone.
It's retirement benefits.
Hell yeah.
Maybe if you matched my 401k contributions.
They only match 10%. That's it.
Yeah, so let's stare at that fire. We'll be in this corner of the room and we'll be right back.
And you won't hear a single word.
All right. Then she kind of goes like this, and she's like, huh, magical fire.
So obviously we have like 50 minutes left of her charm. but we also are like semi-depleted of spells and shit. So a short rest would be great, but we don't have time for it. If we took a short rest, say, we would just have to murder her because she'll know that I charmed her.
I love Farah. Don't murder her.
I don't know. Is that true? Does it automatically end that spell?
That's what I was saying. We might want to send her on a walk clear across town.
Yeah.
Well, she said we could get to
an hour and a
Orton
half.
within 50 minutes, but if we're potentially fighting 5, 10, 40 people and we are all depleted, semi-depleted, that's not great.
Yeah, but who says we have to go in right away? We just need to know where it's at.
Exactly. Here's she can
I'm
get us
thinking
there,
a case in the joint.
and then
Yeah.
we just send her on her way.
If we don't
and we
kill
rest
her
and then go
and
back.
she goes back there, she's going to let them know that we're coming. And then it'll be much more heavily armed next time.
You just tell her to forget everything.
She would remember everything that you guys have talked about here.
Yep.
Because when she snaps out of it, she understands that she was like charmed, but like she knows, she doesn't like lose memory of it all. So like she still knows, which is kind of like weird to think about, but she'd know everything that happened and that what you talked about.
Oh, but she's like a budding magic user who's in the wrong spot, and
There's some
she has so
bonding
much
there.
potential for a spin-off series. I will have to kill her though.
True.
Yeah.
I'll
I mean, we
I'll
could
drown
just
her in the
tie
ocean.
her
It's
up.
fine with
Kill
me.
that
Seems like a
spin-off
sensible
before it
middle
starts.
ground.
I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do. She's probably gonna end up dead then, I guess, because the spell will wear off.
We could just tie her up.
And give her as a gift to the people who live in this house. What?
Yeah, they'll
Put her in
have
the
one
chest.
more member of that giant picture of the family.
She'll be the 18th member.
She's a dead woman no matter what happens. So let's get over to location, then we'll kill her, and then we'll go in and we'll just do it. We'll rest in between.
just you know, bing bang.
Either
boom.
we'll kill her or Orton will kill her. Yeah.
Or she'll come back to bite us in the ass later. And at this point, it's
That's true. We could convince her to quit the organization and run. Like, you're a dead woman. You should run before they know that you're a dead woman.
Oh, so how about this? Maybe this is crazy.
Just might work.
We could bring her to the edge of town, and I can work on she'll show us where the butcher shop is. Then we bring her to the edge of town.
Yeah.
And if like the persuasion roll is just right, then we can convince her to run off and start her life as a magician and never have
Hell
to
yeah.
worry about her again.
If it fails, then we'll beat the hell out of her.
Okay. This is our shred of an attempt to keep her alive, and then if it doesn't work out, who fucking cares?
I mean, we could just tie her up. I mean,
Yeah, I'm down for that too. If we tie her up and leave her, that's fine. Or like we take her there, we tie her up, we fucking throw her in an alleyway, and then we go and fight the bad. Like that's totally fine. I'm into
she could
whatever.
end up in a sex cult type situation. Who knows?
Yeah.
Hopefully one of the good ones.
So
Okay.
one of the orgy ones.
Not the best.
What was I going to say? So, but if we tie her up and leave her somewhere, someone's going to find her. She's going to explain that 6 people tied her up and charmed her and asked her a bunch of questions. Like, if she stays in this town, there is a decent sized chance that we're exposed in some way.
You're right.
So either we tie her up and leave her somewhere and no one finds her and she starves to death, or we tie her up and give her to somebody, or so either she's dead or we get her out of town.
We could throw her in the potato train with the hogs.
But then she knows Horus and she knows Grom
Yeah.
made it very clear, don't bring anybody back to us, you know?
We can lock her in the chest. That'd be pretty funny.
Again, so we're circling around whether we're okay with killing her or not. Let's just make that decision.
I vote we kill her.
Yeah, that seems about it.
We're literally huddled in the corner voting on whether to kill her or not.
Whether or not this lady
And she's
dies.
just watching a fire.
This is the
Intently.
saddest thing in the whole world.
Hey, no one said the insurgent life was glamorous, you know?
If all she does is bring us to the butcher shop, have we gotten enough out of her?
She must know more.
Yeah, I stole her bow already, too. Speaking of things that I've stolen off of people, I have 2 gold-studded armors, which could be used as disguises to then mosey on in to the place. After, of course, we've cased it and know when they take their lunches and shit. You know what I mean?
I think our best bet is to convince her to find a new line of work.
If that doesn't work, then we beat the hell out of her.
All right, she'll guide us to the butcher shop. We'll see the butcher shop, and then I'll walk her out of town.
Take her clothes though, so that I can pretend to be her.
Strip her down.
Take
We're
her
gonna
clothes
tie her up
then.
and leave her out there nude.
I mean, or I'll take her clothes. We're both half elves, right? We don't look the same.
I'm gonna walk her naked to the edge of town.
Well, take her clothes at.
It's just a normal day in Vespophus.
we will party huddle our way all the way across to wherever the hell this butcher place is. Then we will. I'm hoping that is still on the way to the edge of town. By that time, I'm sure the charm is probably worn off because it'll be it's 40 minutes of fucking walking. And then we'll fucking sort it out from there. If she turns a baddie, she ain't got no weapons or nothing. If she turns bad, then we'll fucking beat the hell out of her. If we can convince her to fuck off, then that's what'll happen.
But we can't just all walk past and just kind of case the joint. Like, if they know her and they see all of us with her, just kind of like trying to figure out how many people are in there by peeking in the windows.
Well, no. We just need to know where the place is. We're not going to, like, peek in windows and that kind of shit. We just need to know, like, the neighborhood. We'll show up there at night or some shit because we need to rest up for spells and garbage anyways. So, like, if we have time to kill, then we might as well use it at least just getting a location and then, like, fucking breaking into the house across the street because we're real good at that. And then looking through their window at what happens or whatever. You know what I mean? Or sitting on top of rooftops. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're pretty good at, like... being pretty discreet, as you've seen. I don't know what you got to worry about, really.
Until we hide in the house with the dead bodies outside.
Yeah, we're not gonna knock on the door and be like, "Hey, can I buy some meat?" And then have this bitch in tow. Like, that's idiotic.
Do we really even need her to take us to the chopping block? She said the word chopping block. We know it's in town.
Yeah, if we kick her ass out of town, then, like, I'm down for that too because we know the name. We can ask her. I got contacts. I could ask her what the chopping block is.
That's true. You got street contacts now.
Step 1, get her out of town and do our best to get her out of this scenario alive. If it doesn't work, we'll kill her, whatever. And then we'll go to the chopping block to scope the place out.
Hell yeah.
And then whatever the hell happens from there.
And then lunch and nap time.
Well, we do have to take a short rest. So yes. Do you guys think that it's feasible for me to try? I was thinking of trying to convince her that the fact that she didn't do a good enough job defending her friends, that it's her fault that they died.
I don't think it's a hard sell. I feel like either, we kill your boss and then you're on the out, or we get captured by your boss and we tell him it's all your fault and then he fucking kills you.
I feel like her job is already in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, like, convince them that, like, they've been lying to you the whole time.
Who's our best liar? I have a +5 to deception.
I have a +7.
Oh,
Dalana. Is it persuasion or is it deception?
You guys have some good charismas.
Both.
It's deception if we're going to lie to her. It's persuasion if we're just going to try and talk her out of going back. They're like, yeah.
We could do either, or it could be a mixture of both.
And then there's intimidation, too.
Are we going to try and convince her it's her fault, or are we going to try and convince her to follow her dreams? Both?
Both.
I just think we should convince her to get the fuck out.
I mean, we can do both. I mean, we start with the reason you should follow your dreams, and if you don't follow your dreams, I don't really want to go intimidation route, but we can do that.
Step 1, persuasion. Step 2, deception. Step 3, intimidation. Step 4, death.
Yes, murder.
If we're going to let her go, there's got to be some way that this can't be tied back to... I mean, she knows who we are, to put it bluntly. She knows what we look like. If she comes back here, it'll come back to us for the organization. I'm just saying that it would probably be simplest to kill her. I don't really particularly want to kill her. I will do it, but...
I don't know that we can be the good guys if we make sure we tie up every loose end with murder.
I mean,
Who
it's
said
a
we were the
last
good guys,
resort.
though?
It's a last resort.
I mean...
Sometimes you gotta, if you're the garbage man, you get your hands dirty, taking out the trash.
With murder.
Who's our best persuader?
I got a +5 to persuasion.
+5. I have...
+7.
And it's Dalana again.
So Dalana,
Yeah.
so we're all going to take a walk to the edge of town with her, and hopefully by the end she decides to leave town and never come back. First step, you're going to try and persuade her to follow her dreams. And then who's our best liar? That's Sam or Eli?
+6 for deception, but I'm probably gonna be better saved for the intimidation at the end.
I'll be a deceiver. I have a +5.
Much I'd rather not, but
I'll be the puncher.
yeah. Daniel will be the one.
Yeah, you can throw the first punch.
And if you ever come back, we'll kill ya.
isn't she only at 1 hit point? Like, I think 1 punch is all it's
I
gonna
healed her.
take.
Literally,
No, yeah, she's been
Oh, you did?
That's-
Okay.
the killing part is literally the easiest route to go, but we're trying to be a little bit moral here.
I guess.
Are we all fine with that? We'll take her on a walk to the edge of town, and on that walk, we'll try to persuade her to just run away and never come back.
We'll take her to a farm out in the country.
She'll live upstate with Grandpa and Grandma.
She's a dog that goes to Grandma's farm. Oh, God.
Those bodies are still out there, right? 69.
Oh, that part is a thing.
Yeah, last time you checked, the bodies are still in their previous position.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a stealth check and go to the window and see
To
if
the
I can
walls.
peek out.
Just like this.
21.
Okay, so you very sneakily kind of peek through the blinds into the outside, and around you can see that there's, the bodies are still where they were, right? In their prior position out in the middle of the road. And you can see that people are kind of trying to keep their distance from it, so there's not a crowd around it anymore. People are kind of trying to act like they're not seeing it and go about their normal lives. And there you can see there's like one kid, there are like a couple kids that are like throwing rocks at the dead bodies.
Poking them with sticks.
Of course.
See if they move, but people are kind of like going or trying to stay away from the bodies as much as they can and go around them. But no one's really like screaming anymore.
Nice.
Or seemingly doing much about it because the townsfolk just want to do their townsfolk stuff.
It's Bezbofus. Bodies show up all the time.
Yep. And there's really no love lost for
Children of Chaos.
these, street goons. Yep.
So I'm going to go over to Farah and be like, so we would love to take you on a walk. We have a lot to talk about. Since you mentioned that magic thing, we just want to talk about your future. We think there's a lot going on. We want to walk with you to the edge of town. What do you think about that?
My future?
The magic thing is going to open doors for you. I know it seems like a shameful thing right now, but like half of us do magic and we're very happy.
Yeah, I'm elbowing others in our party to be like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great thing.
So we all just want to take a walk and talk about your future.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, let's go.
Let's
All right.
do it.
Yeah.
So we're walking toward the edge of town as a giant group,
Okay.
as a group of like
Yeah,
7.
I'm gonna take
8.
when we leave that house and past the bodies. I want to take their fucking capes or whatever garbage that we draped over them.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Okay, yep, so you take the capes along with.
So the first step is Dalana trying to convince her to follow her dreams because you got the +7. So
It's pretty solid.
Yes. Woo-ooh.
Really good, right?
So it's the number +7, just +7, right?
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
those two. So 10.
total.
Pretty
Okay.
solid.
So
Yeah. I rolled a 3.
so Dalana, what would you like to say to this young lady about following her dreams?
Hey, girl.
Lady gal.
A lady gal, I know, like, you're not getting paid top dollar. You're never gonna get paid top dollar. That's just how it works. Like, you're gonna be with this organization, and, like, first of all, you messed up today. You messed up real bad, and they're not gonna forgive you, like, because you're a lady. But, like, you can do magic, girl. Like, you need to follow your dreams and leave these, like, ugly face, like, fools behind, because you're just never gonna hit that top thing, You should go and do your dreams. Magic. Just being real with you.
They are really ugly, but there's like people that like hunt down magic users. Like I'm kind of worried about using it. Some people just don't understand.
Like, just move to another town. Like, it's like that easy. Like, there are like cooler places out there, and this place is like really backwards,
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Maybe I do need to check out those spots.
For real, dude. Just like, you're young, go and like do things.
You're right. I should go do things with my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel-san goes in and goes, there's a great city by the beach called Las Ongeles. The place accepts everyone.
Including vampires.
Vampires, vampire hunters.
Do they love magic in Los Angeles?
Oh, they do. Hell yeah, they do. They like. You should see the bazaars known as the malls there. Like, they got crazy shit.
Yeah.
You tell them Daniel sent you, and a vampire probably won't drink you dry. Ooh. Yeah, she might not go to Las Angeles because I also rolled a 3.
Oh, Lord.
She goes, that sounds great, but I don't know about the vampires. I heard they suck.
They
I'm
really
gonna
do.
take 10 silver out, and I'm going to give it to her and say, wherever you go, your journey is on me.
And how much?
10 silver.
10 silver.
Okay.
You cheap ass.
Which is a gold piece, right? No, it's a gold piece.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's some cash. And she kind of looks at you. She goes, "Oh, wow, thank you. Yeah, this should be able to get me wherever I need to go and start a new life away from these ugly, smelly guys."
You go follow your dreams, Farah.
And I also wanted to add a deception of the thing is that you just can't ever come back to this city because they're going to blame you for the death. You didn't defend those guys.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't defend those guys, and they're going to blame you for it because they're never going to find out who did it, really. The fact that you didn't defend them means that you're in trouble. You just can't come back to this city.
I guess you're right. I really wish you guys didn't have to kill them. They weren't that bad at guys. They just didn't shower very often.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that they were bad guys. It's that you let them die.
I tried to defend them, but then I saw you, and I didn't recognize you at first, but then I remembered.
She's gonna get like a mile up the road and be like, that son of a bitch charmed me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, full disclosure, I did charm you. You're going to realize that soon enough. It's something that friends do to each other. It's just something you're going to learn charm as a magic user, and you're going to realize it's a wonderful thing. NBD.
This is my favorite.
All right.
So you got to go. You got to be gone before sundown, you know.
Yeah.
Find a new city and become a magic user of your dreams.
Okay, maybe I should go somewhere that would accept, the way I was born. Thanks, Ingus, and thank you. And she looks over in your vicinity, Riven. I don't think she's met you.
Oh, I'm Riven. Go follow your dream.
Oh, thank you, Riven. That's very generous.
Yeah. I know I've made this mistake before, but now she's going to go to another city and be like, oh, Riven and Ingus told me to do this. And it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of true. She's going to know a lot of names.
Mm-hmm.
It would be so easy just to smack her in the fucking back of the head with the mace. I mean, all I'm saying.
We're real bad.
Witnesses. We're good. I'm just putting it out. Just playing Havgar's advocate here.
What about murder?
It's kind of kooky, I guess, but it worked earlier.
We're going to go back to Gromp tonight, and he's like, you didn't fucking kill her? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm going to turn to you guys and be like, see, I told you. You think I was crazy, but I was right.
Does it seem like she's going to leave? Like, I'm going to pretend to get teary-eyed and be like, well, I guess this is it, and I wish you all the best, and I'm going to miss you, and I'm going to hug her legs, because that's probably where I can.
Okay. Well, she'll bend down, so she kneels down and gives you a full hug, and she goes, "Thanks, Ingus. You've always been there for me."
And if my performance is good enough, I will shed a legitimate tear.
No, and she gets a little teary-eyed. She goes, "Thanks for giving me the courage to do this, all of you. I hope I all get to see you in the future."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you don't, for your sake.
Have a nice life.
Wait, where are we? We're at the edge of the city then, or edge of Bispophis? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so you guys will be like towards kind of like the edge of like where the wall. So you're kind of like close to the shore, but like where the wall of the docks district hits like the outside city limits.
Just keep walking, lady gal.
Okay.
Pat her out.
And she walks, waves, walks like another like 30 yards, turns around, waves again, walks 30 yards, turn around, waves again. And eventually she walks into the horizon and becomes a smaller and smaller speck.
I'm gonna turn to everyone and be like, I feel good about that.
I'm gonna kind of watch her depart and be like, hope we never see her again. Hope she doesn't come back to bite us in the ass.
She could die in the forest. I don't know.
Yeah, she might get killed by street marauders on her way to the next town. Who knows? It's not our problem anymore.
We'll find out in season 2, right?
Yeah, she's gonna be a boss at like level 8.
She's like,
you lied.
The Magic User Guild
acid
everywhere.
Everyone, check out Farrah's Travels on our Patreon.
Yeah.
Dang it!
That's behind a paywall, guys. That's some prime fucking content there.
Yeah.
A paywall we don't have yet.
Farrah, the acid slinger.
As she disappears, becomes a dot in the distance. So we're gonna. What time is it in the day? Like probably late afternoon at this point, or?
I'm trying to think of the time. I think it'd be like mid-afternoon at this point.
Do we want to short rest now and then go to the place, or do we want to go to the place, scope it out, and then short rest? Do we want to talk about insurance and healthcare and 401ks a little more?
It depends on...
Compare insurance plans of Dungeons and
You guys are getting
Dragons of
benefits?
different street gangs.
I say we
We
rest
should
now.
probably short rest and make sure we're in full condition before we try and case this
shit.
place. Just in case it goes south and we have to go to plan B
Right.
or C.
Just like
D. You know?
Everything beyond Plan A is kill everything that comes at us.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
exactly what it is. So.
Punch.
Those are all deck branded approved plans. Those are all ones that he gives a stamp of approval to. Everything else is like 25 plans he's on board with. One, not so certain.
We're just looking in step 1.
We'll take a short rest at the gate, take an hour break, and then in case she does come back, we'll just kill her, right? If she comes back
Yeah,
after her
precisely.
charm wears off, and she's like, you fuckers lied to me, we'll have been taking a short rest there, and we'll just kill her.
Precisely.
Yeah.
You interrupted my short rest.
I like the sound of that, to be honest. Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
efficient, isn't it?
It's a good idea.
Probably the best idea we've had all day.
As opposed to telling her all of our names.
I'm gonna learn to get better about that. God damn it.
You're very bad.
Daniel definitely said something. And Riven. At least there's
Yeah.
2 of us under a bus.
I mean, is there someplace I could hide to keep an eye out for? Because I'm good at hiding.
I was going to say, I'll stealth. I was actually thinking of following her until it wore off.
Oh, that's a smart move. I might join you doing that, Daniel.
You can't walk and rest at the same time?
No, but I only lost 3 hit points. And I don't have any.
Oh yeah, you don't regenerate spells or anything.
Yeah, I didn't get hurt.
Like, I still have both my key points. So I'm fine.
Yeah, so I'm really good at stealth, and I have missed no hit points and used no abilities.
Yeah.
Cool, so us magic users will chill and short rest, and you guys will stalk her.
Yeah, let's do it to it.
Yeah, I hope it works out.
Sneaky boys! And I go up for a high five to Riven.
Sneaky boy.
Yeah.
All right, I have a 25 to stealth.
Holy shit.
Lordy. Okay.
I got a 23 to stealth.
Oh my
Ooh,
god. Okay.
stealthy boys.
Stealthy
So
high
it's
five.
just you 2 stealthy boys going
Yeah.
and just watching? Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna follow her until she goes, that son of a bitch charmed me.
Charm person is for 1 hour, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a walk.
So I'll say by the time you got to like the gate, that probably about like 40 minutes total had elapsed, because all like the talking and stuff that happens pretty fast in game. And so she would get about 20 minutes of like walking outside of town, and that's where it would break. But so the sneaky boys, are you guys sneaking? So outside there's kind of like, it's mostly like grass, like tall grasses, like a tree every once in a while and some bushes. But the tall grass gets to about 2.5 to 3 feet.
Yeah, I'll cartoon shuffle my way across like big clearings and shit, like on the ground on my belly. Oh, like Riven is like legitimately like sneaking and shit, and I'll like hide behind trees and stuff.
Like the Pink Panther.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just count for that the whole way down. So you guys sneak by, and there's like other kind of like merchant caravans and other people that are walking towards the road this close to the city. But about 15 to 20 minutes, about a mile outside of town, you see she just suddenly stops. Just like stands there, kind of looks up, looks around, looks back at like the city, and goes, "You've got to be fucking kidding me." As it just like hits her of what all the memories that she still has of what actually just happened. And she just kind of stands there and looks back at the city, and she just stands there for a bit and begins to walk slowly towards the city.
Ah, damn it.
I'm gonna knock an arrow.
Yeah, you knock an arrow, get trained, and I'll say, "Get trained, daughter," and I'll start sneaking up from behind her.
If you kill her, I want you to lie to the rest of us and tell her that she went to a farm upstate.
Just tell me.
And I'm gonna try and I'm gonna roll another stealth check to try and get up behind her, potentially.
This
so I
one's gonna
fail
be
it.
like a 1.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we'll see.
Stepped on a giant branch.
During the short rest for everybody else, I have this skill called Song of Rest. I don't think anybody is missing hit points, but I still want to sing a song about how good-hearted and humanitarian we all are.
Well, 2 of our compatriots assassinate a woman we brainwashed, so yeah.
In order to help everybody heal a little better, I'm singing a jolly song about how amazing we are and how everybody's safe and that we did the right thing. That's a lie?
Yeah, I'm gonna say,
Yeah, totally.
definitely a lie.
Well, I mean,
In your heart of hearts, you believe it's true.
I rolled a 21 for stealth.
okay.
We're using all of our good rolls right now.
And so you're gonna like stand up out of the grasses and just like notch an arrow back?
I'm like hovering at like eye line. Like I'm as high as I can be while seeing her while still staying hidden.
Okay. And then Daniel, what was your plan when you rolled that extra 21?
I wanted to basically, I'm gonna fucking grab her, is what my plan is. I'm gonna fucking grab her and be like, fucking Branded Hand sends her regards, and then just fucking rip her head off or some shit. But yeah, I'm gonna try and sneak up and like get her to grapple. I'm not gonna rip her head off, but like that's
break her
ridiculous.
neck.
But I might just fucking break it.
Yeah, I'm not firing. I'm waiting to see if she's actually going to head back to town so far.
I want you assassins to think about how much Patreon money we're missing out on because we don't have a spin-off anymore if you kill her.
She's heading back to town. As far as Daniel's concerned.
Hey, there'll be other characters that are good that we can have spin-offs about. This is...
We're gonna make friends with goblins and bars. Like, we'll fucking have plenty spin-offs. Don't dozen.
They don't think Farrah is special.
Well, she's gonna make a special corpse. I can tell you that much.
Amen to that.
Diplomacy is
Oh,
found.
God.
Kill her.
God.
Bring those clothes back for Dalana.
If she's dead, I definitely want her clothes.
Because you said she was heading back to town, right? She's not, like, is she briskly paced?
No, really slowly. And as you like kind of near where like the grass kind of cuts off from like where the main road is, you see her stop, look down, and go, God damn it. She stamps her foot, looks at the city, and then turns around again and walks away.
Cool.
Oh.
So then the whole time when she was walking towards the city, she was walking slowly and kind of had this pensive look on her face, as if she was deep in thought. Because she's got a lot of things to consider,
Yeah.
considering all the stuff that just happened.
And then I lock eyes with Riven because we know where each other are because we see our nameplates above each other, and I'm like, and I lock eyes and I go, and
Yeah, I'm gonna slow the slack out of the bow string and lower my bow.
and we mosey back to town, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
I'm
so
gonna
as you,
sit
like,
here and watch until
watch,
she's a ways up the
walking away.
road. Give her another 20 minutes.
What we don't know is that she changes her mind a dozen more times.
She was a woman. She's gonna change her mind again.
Back and forth. There goes our Patreon money, really. Not because we killed the character, because we got canceled for being sexist.
So yeah, I'll watch her until she's about another mile up the road. Just make sure she doesn't, change her mind again.
Okay. And you see that she just keeps continuing walking away from the city and kind of keeping her head down at the other passersby going
Did she take her blue
towards
cloak and
the city.
throw it away? Like, as if, like, I'm casting my past away, leaving my past behind me.
Yeah, so not yet, at least. So the city would still be like on the horizon.
I'll strangle you with that cloak, I swear.
All right, I'm gonna head back to the road and then just walk back to town.
I follow Riven's lead.
All right, so sneaky boys head back on the road, just back into town, or we are right.
Yeah,
back
we
in.
see our friends having their smoke break at the fucking town gates.
How was your short rest, everybody?
The Song of Rest.
It was short, but it was restful.
Inspiring.
Farrah decided that it was probably in her best interest to keep walking. So
Wonderful. I believe you.
diplomacy carries the day.
It's a little surprising, but we'll take it.
I was ready to kill her.
He was. He really, really was.
I almost did it, but then she
And
kept walking
She
away.
was like ready to start her new life, though.
Right, that's what happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope.
I really hope we see her again and she's a big famous magician later on, or sorcerer, or whatever the hell it is, you know?
I hope she enjoys the weather in Las Ongales.
But if all she can do is spit acid, she's gonna fail. She has no fucking chance.
Yeah, we probably should have given her more advice, but whatever.
Whatever.
Should be the acid queen of Los Angeles.
Hell yeah.
Los Angeles.
Hell yeah.
Las Ongales, completely
Yeah,
different.
Las Ongales.
Sorry,
fictional
everybody.
City,
Sorry.
Same amount of
not based in
vampires,
reality
though.
at all. Same amount of vampires. It's very, very Lost Boys down there.
All right, so shall we go find the chopping block?
Yeah.
Chopping block.
Should the sneaky boys sneak up and case the joint?
We could scope it out on all sides. If there's alleyways, try to peek in the windows and get a general idea of how it's laid out. Maybe, I don't know.
During your time just like being in like the docks district for a while, since you guys have been admitted into the branded hands, you would kind of know where the chopping block butcher is. It's actually pretty close to Grom, so it's just like a few convoluted city blocks, I suppose, away, but you know where it is. And it's got kind of like a little kind of like green field in the back where it actually keeps live animals, and so people come and like watch some of the animals.
That chopping block?
Oh, yeah.
The one that's right next door?
Oh,
I thought that was a sex cult type thing.
Yeah.
Animals.
That's the chopping cock.
Oh, jeez.
It is. It really is.
That was really bad. I'm going to edit that out probably.
That's pretty rough.
No, keep it in. Keep it in. Chopping cock.
Okay,
Get that out, Jay.
Devin made sure that stays in.
It's locked in now.
It's owned by a woman named Lorena Bobbitt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right? She's the
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, does everybody? Yeah.
I missed that one.
Oh,
she bit her husband's cock off, is that right? Or something
Penis
like that?
off.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I think she
Oh.
cut it off.
That
Oh,
Lorena Bobbitt.
You go, girl.
That's
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're gonna head. Are we heading right to the chopping block? But we're not gonna go in. We're just gonna scope it out. Or one of us could go in and like buy meat or something. You know.
Okay, how are we actually like carrying the armor that and cloaks we stole off the dead bodies? Like, do we have a big backpack that's like bulging with giant armor?
Man, I'd throw it in like a garbage can in an
well, just
alley
leather
or
armor
some
with gold
shit.
studs. It doesn't take that.
We could
much
drop
space.
things off at the bar.
It's in the neighborhood,
Yeah.
apparently.
down the street.
Yeah.
Grom's gonna see a bunch of like bloody half-orc clothes and be like, okay.
Don't mind us, Grom, just dropping off some dead body
Some
equipment.
stuff.
I got some
We'll be back.
laundry here.
Don't worry about it.
He's still scrubbing out the stain from the first time you guys got into a fight.
Yeah, it makes sense. Good old Grom.
Okay, so what's the plan? So you guys kind of know where this place is. It's obviously within walking distance, I guess, of the inn. So do you guys want to? What Ingus was saying was to kind of like showcase the place, or
Yes.
does anyone want to go up in like not costume, but in like disguise using the ornate kind of like armors that you had from the ones that you put down?
I don't
I
think
think
we
we
should
should hold
yet.
off on that. Yeah, we should hold
Yeah.
off on that for sure.
We use the armor, then they're gonna be like, "Oh, hey, why don't you guys go do this?" Or there's gonna be questions asked.
Yeah, like, hey, who are you? We don't know you.
Yeah.
I was thinking like one
Right
or
now?
two of us could actually go into the meat shop and pretend to be customers and try to like scope it out from the inside and be a distraction while everybody else kind of like scopes around the building to see.
Yeah.
It's a basement layer, right? Like that's what she said.
She said it was underneath, yeah.
So from the inside and the outside, we'll try to like scope in and see where that door probably is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who wants to go buy some meat?
I'll buy some meat.
You get your talkers in there. Get the faces in there.
Who are the charismatic? Dalana's charismatic meat buyer.
If we need to intimidate for better prices, we'll send fucking Eli. But outside of that, I don't
I
know.
don't know if we want to negotiate for good prices.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If
I don't think
Eli
we
and
need that.
Deck just kind of Assassin's Creed into the crowd a bit and like just yeah, exactly, and just like sit on a park bench and pretend to be a person. Exactly, really make a 64 that shit. You can like keep an eye on like the guards' patterns potentially.
I'll post up outside, kind of be, yeah.
Riven, you seem like someone that knows how to spend money. Don't do that.
I don't know why, but that's just such a funny thing. Like, hey, you like a guy who knows how to spend money, don't you? Come on in, spend some more money, right?
I was debating if we should have like a safe house or if not the tavern, so we don't blow the whole like branded hands get together.
There's that one empty house. We could kill everybody who lives in there and steal that house.
All 17 family
Yeah, we'll get the
members.
picture
Terrible.
and like
No.
go through town with their names.
You guys are gonna have like vigilante justice after you.
Yeah.
Right.
Like other branded hands are gonna be coming after you
Yeah.
for other jobs coming in.
We'll only a little bit deserve it.
I was thinking we could also go to the chopping block like right when they're about to close so we can kind of see how many people they keep there at night, you know? So like we go in right
Yeah,
at
I'm cool with
closing
that.
time, we
yeah,
buy
that's
our
the best time to case out a place.
Plus, usually they give the best deals then, right? Because, you know,
Yeah.
they got to sell what they got to sell.
before the day is
Uh-huh.
over.
No? Maybe not.
No, that's
I
the
don't
way
know
it
if
works.
getting a good price on meat is
I
our
would-
like highest concern.
I can give you. I have. There's 12 gold in the party fund from robbing bodies. That can be like our
Meat
our
fund?
fund money. Yeah, the party has access to 12 gold so far. So if you
That's our
need, if
petty
you need
cash.
some petty
Cool.
cash, exactly. Yeah, if you need some petty cash,
And I paid that woman 10 silver out of my own pocket like a chump.
Yeah, you did.
I thought we were going to invest that money in a 401k, guys.
I was gonna buy
no, we're done with
GameStop
You guys
economics.
gonna
This is
invent
D&D
the
now.
401k.
Yeah. We're gonna invent
How
the
about a
hedge
new
fund.
health plan?
We're working on the healthcare right now.
Oh, right, yeah.
Fuck reforming society. Fuck that. We're gonna make the 401k and D&D. Hell
Get
yeah.
Then
ready
we're
for
gonna
the
create
stocks.
investment.
That's our
Yeah.
vigilante
Yeah.
justice.
It just turns into a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
We get
Wow.
rich and leave.
On there.
So let's go to the chopping block. Dalana and I will go
Mm-hmm.
buy some meat and also try to like somehow see where the basement might be, and you guys can
I'll
scope.
ask for the bathroom. There we
There
go.
we go.
Yeah.
Sneak around. That's so perfect.
Yeah, where's your shitter?
I just had a baby. My bladder, it's killing me. Something like that. I don't know.
I got my period. I don't know.
Who also has good perception? Not just good at lying, but also perceptive. You only need one person to talk, but the other person needs to go in and look around.
I have a
I'm not
plus
very
2.
perceptive.
And that's not me
I have
either.
a 3 to
I'm
perception.
0.
We need one person to look for stuff and one person to haggle for stuff.
I'll haggle.
Eli is all about getting some economy meat here.
He really
Yeah.
is.
We'll get some cheap
Gotta have a
meat.
barbecue at the end. We can have a barbecue at the end of this. I'm just
Oh my
saying.
god, yes.
I'm more on board now.
I mean, the full mast only serves Fiona's soup. Is that the only food they do?
Well, not if we buy some meat and bring it here.
I was gonna say, yeah, we can fucking bring her
We want
some.
meat soup.
In terms of like what we're looking for on the inside, I think if there's an access somewhere, I don't know why I imagine it, but there's like a big main room with meats and shit hanging off stuff, and then a countertop, and then probably a door that leads into the office and the secret cellar or whatever garbage.
And the bathroom.
Hopefully.
There might be an ice room. You know, they used
freezer.
to put like big blocks of ice in there and keep
Yeah.
meat cold. So they might actually have one of those. It might actually be where you find your way to whatever the hell else. Just
Would there still be an ice room if there's fresh livestock in the back? Because Eric did mention that there is like a little farm with livestock. So I don't know.
yeah, it depends on how long you want to keep stuff. I mean, whether you fresh kill it and
Yeah,
sell it or
that's-
I love how we are again back to debating business models.
That's like the
We
real
really are going to be the
podcast
Wall
now. It's
Street
just
D&D podcast.
if you want a dry aged steak, you better have a cold locker or this ain't gonna work for you. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's the most amount of dollar per pound of meat.
So let's see. We're focused on 401ks and aging meats. What other business ventures have we explored in this podcast so far?
Brought to you by GameStop.
Yeah.
And then no one will laugh when this comes out 5 months from now.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Our podcast has a timeless quality to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like the meats that we dry, huh?
I think what we got so far with who's in and who's around and who's out makes sense.
See if there's any trapdoors.
I was thinking of like back doors and shit.
Who is the other person going in?
It's Dalana and Ingus inside. Daniel and Riven sneaking around being sneaky boys. And then it's Dek and Eli either also inside or just outside checking on what guards and shit look like.
I think we should look around outside, and if it looks like there's a bunch of people, like their friends are coming in for like the evening shift, or if it looks like something bad's happening, we'll come in and grab you out and
Yeah, exactly.
sort it out from there.
Yeah, just dooloo, you know.
I'm ready.
Okay. And then, are the sneaky boys, are you doing something?
Yeah, we're gonna case around, like, if I'm assuming there's alleyways, or at least sneaky avenues is the more politically correct way to say alleyways.
We're gonna sneak
Death corridors.
onto Sneaky Avenue.
I want to make a Twitter handle called The Sneaky Boy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
There's your spin-off. Fuck Farah. The Sneaky Boys is the spin-off.
There you go.
Sneaky boys. Spit off. You know that it's on a corner, and then like behind it, so like the shop itself is like on a corner. And so then like behind it is like the fields where they keep the animals. So there's really not much to sneak around. Because there's like a small kind of like pig house out in the field, and then kind of like a little like kind of like lean-to where like cows and some larger animals can go. That's like built onto the side of the house or the shop
Is there
itself.
any chance that like there would be like a cellar access around there though, or anything? Like that would be what you're looking
the
for.
big
I
house,
mean,
maybe.
that's what we're sneaking around looking for. Is,
Yeah,
we're
what,
gonna just-
what does the
It's
window
possible.
situation look like? Cellars, etc.
And getting the chance to like pet some pigs, that's just a bonus.
Yeah, I'm into
Yeah.
that.
We don't even need to be sneaky. We need to just be not conspicuously casing the joint.
All right.
We should all go to the place now.
Yeah, let's just go for it. Buy some meat.
12 gold. There's 12 gold in the party fund. Just let me know how much you spend and I'll
would buy
deduct it.
so
Here's the
much
question: How
meat.
much is 12 gold compared to like just like dollars? Like I'm just so gonna think about it because I don't understand like the gold to like because 1 gold seems a small amount to me, but then 10 silver was a lot. So I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I don't understand money.
10 silver is not a
I think,
lot.
like-
Riven was cheap as fuck.
It was a lot to her.
1 silver is like a day's work for like, I think your average person. So like 1 gold would be like 2 weeks of work or of labor.
Oh, wow.
I think that's what it is. It's like 1 silver a day about, I think is what.
Farrah's gonna have to like sell her body for money when she.
Right.
Yeah, so like if someone just came along and gave you a paycheck to leave town, that's what it is.
All right, let's get to casing this joint, dogs. We got some shit to do.
All right. And so you guys make your way towards where the butcher shop is, and then like kind of like a crossing of a street, you see like this big group of probably like 8 to 10 children of chaos militias. So these like huge guys in these like blue capes go running by, and they're just like pushing people out of the way, going, "Get out of the way!" as they start kind of like jogging across in front of you, kind of towards where
Oh, the murder.
the scene was.
Dead
Yep, since the
bodies.
murder was probably a couple blocks like off to the side from where you guys are veering off to.
And if anybody tells them that it was 6 people, including a tiny clown, then we're fucked.
There's a
guess
small
the whole-
man that looked like a clown.
I'm not the most inconspicuous secret agent there ever
At
has.
I was
all.
gonna say none of us really seem very inconspicuous secret
Maybe I
agents.
should
We're very
maybe I
much
should
like-
quick change my makeup into something completely different.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that'll throw him off.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
It was a happy clown that killed them, not this sad clown.
on our way there. I'm gonna change from my hobo clown to my like black and white fancy Piero clown, so then I have at least a
Yeah.
different clown than what people are looking for.
Yeah,
Different
yeah,
clown.
yeah. That's honestly a great cover. Yeah, no, I'm this other one instead.
I'm this other 3 foot tall clown.
That's racist.
It is. Yeah, that's what I'll say. I'll pull the race card right away if someone. Oh, you think we all look alike?
I'm
right,
black
so-
and white. That guy was yellow and green. Come on.
Before I get, or I guess the rest of the party gets there, I'm gonna split off, and then I will catch up with you, Dek, and I'm just gonna take a long walk around the other way.
Does the butcher shop look like it's like a well visited place? Like, are there people inside, outside, or hanging out, or like how busy of a place does it seem?
Yeah, so you guys kind of walk up, and again, it's on the corner, and across the street, there's like a whole bunch of houses, and then like across the other side, there's a shoe shop called Peaches Cobbler. So, it's Peaches, and she runs a shoe place.
Oh my god, I love peaches.
Another spin-off.
Yep, you see one guy walk out of the front door with a very large ham. What looks like. But other than that, there's nobody like really hanging outside. Behind, like in the back, you can see there's like a couple barn buildings where the animals are, and also like the large field where they keep like the livestock.
Does it seem like it's the kind of building that's welcome to everybody? Like anyone of any race can just walk in, or like does it seem like it's in a part of town
Mhm,
where like
there's-
people will judge us?
Orcs only.
Half orcs only.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's
terrible.
got like a sign. It's got like a sign on the front that says the chopping block, and it's got some kind of like tanned like cow hides on like the side of the building. So and then some of like the boards are kind of decorated and carved a little bit. So it's a fairly nice looking place. It's decently well taken care of for the docks.
No
Okay.
clowns allowed is what it says underneath the sign. as well.
We'll see if they need to put that one up.
A lot of places are gonna start having that, being
Mhm.
like, cannot trust clowns. They just murder entire villages for some reason. I don't know. We don't know who the organization is, but we damn well know there's a fucking clown in their midst.
I might have to like work on like makeup to make me look more normal or something.
Like a more natural makeup.
Yeah, natural look.
You should just start. You should just start painting your face like
makeup.
United States presidents. Be like, this is Ronald Reagan, and then like a Richard Nixon. Like, just really fucking go ham.
I do not want Reagan in this land.
No Reaganomics in my land.
But Nixon's fine.
We're gonna get him
We're
back.
fine with
Nixon's
Nixon.
totally cool. He's trustworthy as fuck, dude.
He's not a crook.
He told you so himself.
Yeah, he rolled a 20 on his deception.
He
check.
did. but not on his image check. He looked like a fucking steamed ham on TV.
Which is on sale at the chopping block. Give me a Nixon.
A tricky dick,
That's what the court
please.
asked,
One
too.
tricky dick, please.
Your finest Nixon, please.
Oh, right here, sir. Oh, if you have a fine taste in ham.
So Dalana and I will walk confidently into the building as if we are real customers.
Okay, all right. So Dalana and Ingus, you guys enter the building, and as you kind of like open the door, there's a little like bell on the inside. So as you enter, the little bell goes bing, and a voice kind of like from like a room in the back go, just a minute. And in front of you, it's just kind of like a kind of basic an entrance room. There's a couple like tables off to the side that kind of have some like cutting tools as well as like kind of like spice packets and whatnot that they have for sale. Kind of a front counter, and then also a what looks kind of like a glass case, kind of like what you'd see in a deli, with raw cuts of meat there with different little pieces of paper that have like their prices next to it. And you can see there is like some frost kind of building up on like the sides of the glass, but there doesn't seem to be any ice inside.
You were wrong, Eli.
Magic.
No icebox.
Yeah.
We do have a magical world where we can have magical ice. We're like, no, they have
Yeah.
to import that. This is a
Exactly.
1-ton freezer.
Some lady was talking about shooting acid out of her eye, dude. Like, they got interior refrigeration, okay?
How many like employees does it seem like there are in here? And like how many shoppers?
So as of right now, you guys are the only people inside at this point.
And there's like a butcher attending to the register or whatever it is.
He said he was in the back.
Yep, so he's in the back.
You see, he's coming out.
Yep, so he comes out and it's kind of like this tall man who has like this very thin, kind of tall, dark black hair and this really like long like mustache, which is kind of curled at the sides. And he comes out and he kind of like grabs the sides and he starts twiddling the sides of it just a little bit. And he kind of looks at both of you, and Ingus, he gives you kind of a strange look because I think that you're still in regular clown makeup.
I'm actually in my fanciest clown regalia at the moment.
Okay. And he kind of like looks at you and goes, "Can I help you folks?"
I'll walk up to the what the hell is it called? Like
Counter.
Counter.
My God, yeah.
We're all like, counter?
Yeah, I'll walk up to the counter and be like, so I'm throwing a fancy entertainment party for the opening of a show my friends are doing, hence the costume. I'm sorry I'm going to be one of those annoying customers, but I need to know what the fanciest meats you have available are.
Well, it kind of depends what you're into. And he points off to the wall, and you can see there's this little piece of parchment that says, voted #1 sausage in Bespofus. And then there's like another sign that says, ask us about our whole pigs.
So these are pretentious, artsy types. So something very spiced, very processed, smoky, something you can stick a toothpick in and eat as a little food. And I have about 12 gold at the very most to spend. It has to feed about 60 people. What do you think is the best option here?
And he kind of looks at it, he goes, all right, I'll give you like our best Bofus original recipe. It's an award winner. So you can't go
Lemon herbs
wrong.
and spices.
I have yet to meet somebody that doesn't think this is the best.
You know
It's
what?
amazing.
While we're waiting, while you're figuring out the meat situation, you know, I've just realized I kind of like have like a bathroom emergency, and I'm just wondering if like you could point me to the direction of your ladies' room, your like private area.
It's kind of, if you go down around the outside, you'll have to jump the fence, but there's a little kind of like outhouse.
Oh my God, did you just say outside? Like, but can I get to it like from here or like?
You do have to go outside. So we do, working with food, we try to keep that stuff out there.
All right. Well, you know what? I'll wait. We'll just do the meat thing first, and then I'll use the bathroom. I can hold it. I suppose.
I mean, you can find like an alley somewhere too. I mean, not around here, obviously, but if it's an emergency.
Thank you for the advice.
You tried so hard, Erin. I love that shit. Is there a path that leads me potentially near a secret entrance to your secret base that I can get to the bathroom?
You know what?
In your basement?
Yeah.
You know what
you
it
have a
is?
basement.
Actually, you know, I'm feeling like really, really hot right now. Like I feel like nauseous. Do you have like a cold room? maybe that I can like.
I'm
You
gonna.
can stick your head in my cool. Yeah, you know what? No, you can't stick your head in there. Oh,
weird,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, germs and
That
stuff,
you're having-
right?
I do have some ice in the back I could bring out for you.
Oh, actually, that would be amazing. Yes.
I'm gonna actually like crawl on the counter and try
Okay.
to like be secretive and kind of like whisper in in his ear and be like, "When this woman has a bathroom emergency, it is an emergency. You don't
It
want to
is
see it. You don't want
explosive.
anyone to see it. She needs a cold room or she'll be like sweating all over the floor. If you don't mind just rushing her off to a room with a bucket and some ice, please."
Then she should really get out of my shop. We're trying to.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. It's around and outside.
I'm just like having like a hot flash. You know what? It's over. I'm cool. Like, and I'm sorry that I like wasted your time. And
Okay, are you sure I could grab you like some ice out of the back?
I'll take some ice. You know, I'll just take some ice just
Okay.
in case. Thank you.
Okay, just
Okay.
wait right here. No, this happens to my wife all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes like around the back.
While that's happening, could the sneaky boys take
Okay,
notice of
go back to
literal
the
shit
sneaky-
show happening inside? Of just like this back and forth that's garbage. Just be like, all right, and like Riven and I both look at each other like two brothers who just like found a peephole and we're like, we gotta fucking go. And like, and I'm gonna roll a stealth check just to try and like to find the most opportune positions in my perimeter search of this to kind of like keep a low profile or to potentially find like trash cans to hide behind that no one would see me duck down or whatever.
Okay, because you guys you're trying to like sneak around the outside?
Daniel is looking for back doors, bonus entries, or any type. I see there's a giant door to the western side of the or the eastern side of the compound that says barn.
Yeah, so that is like an attached like barn unit that's like attached to like the back. And then there are very large, obviously, barn doors on like the side, and then also like the southern side of it.
Yeah, and Daniel he takes his bandana and he will unroll it and he will put it as like a bandit mask. And he'll fucking do that. He'll put it as a bandit mask and then he'll get in stealth mode.
Okay.
Oh, dropped it. Oh, okay. It is a measly 12.
Suppose I should also roll since we're the sneaky boys.
We are playing
Boys.
sneaky boys. Hopefully you're better.
15.
Oh.
The semi-sneaky boys.
Okay.
The sneaky
Been
boy.
known to be sneaky boys.
The occasionally sneaky
Alright.
boys.
12's decent. 12's more than 10. You can't argue with that.
Sneaky boys is you're kind of like sneaking around. You're kind of like sneaking around like kind of like the fenced portion of kind of like the field, which is basically just like pretty like short grass since it's all inside the city. And basically you're able to kind of like see the different like kind of smaller barns that are out in the field. So there's one kind of like long one towards one end of the field, and then on the kind of like on the opposite end, there's like a much smaller one.
Would you say which end it would be, the eastern or the southern or?
So, Daniel, did you take your bandana and make yourself look like a criminal while we're trying to case the joint?
No, I took
It
my
is-
bandana off to cover my face.
Like a criminal.
Like someone who doesn't want their identity known.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the murdering people in broad daylight was the most criminal-looking thing we've done so far, but
Yeah, I just look like I got like I just don't want city dust in my mouth,
there you go.
is what I was.
That's true. Is there a COVID outbreak in
Yeah.
town?
In this land, people are aware of like the dangers of like bacteria and feces near food. They're aware of like dust affecting your lungs.
Yeah.
It's a very advanced scientific culture, you know?
Yet women get paid less. I don't know.
Yes, well, that's because it's
Par for the course.
because it's a modern society. All right, it is up to the times. It is reasonable and just, Erin. Like, come get with the times, okay? We love women. Don't cancel us.
Season 2. We'll tackle the glass ceiling in season 2.
Oh yeah,
Maybe. Who knows?
hell yeah, yeah. It's a fashion statement. All right.
I like it.
I'm going for crime chic.
Yeah, crime chic,
Sneaky chic.
minimalist identity.
Okay. All right. So we sneak in.
Well, we sneak around. I'm not going inside a
Okay.
fucking building.
Yeah, so you guys are able to kind of like scope out all the different like buildings that are on there. So there's the main building, which is like the shop, and you can see there's kind of like a longer portion that's attached to the side. That's kind of like the back room, and then further down the back room, there's attached to like this long, largest barn part. And then kind of on the opposite side of like the southern part of the field, on like the southeastern part, there's like a little, what looks like a little kind of like house, maybe like for the pigs. And then on like the southwestern part, there's kind of like a longer spot for some of the other animals. And in the field, you can see there's 2d6 pigs.
Nice.
There's 6 pigs rummaging around.
Perfect.
And 1 cow in the back, just running
Hanging
around,
out.
chewing on cud. Yep.
Yeah, that's what cows do.
Okay, I'm gonna like try and sneakily open the door to the barn and peek my head in.
Okay. So which barn are you going to look at? So there's a few kind of like outer barnish buildings where the
Yeah,
animals
so
can stay.
as I walk out and around the building, I go along the north side, and then I turn down and I start heading
Southward,
along
yeah.
the opposite end. And there's this big old barn
Yep.
that I assume has big old doors on it.
There are, but not from that side.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it opens from the inside, but not from like from the outside where you are, because there'd be kind of like some houses right behind you. That's kind of where it nestles up with some other kind of like shacks and where some people live.
Well, I'm assuming that they have outside doors to allow animals into the barn without running them through the shop, right? So as we case
They
the joint,
do.
where are those outside doors to let the animals in?
On the outside, like fence of the fenced-in field, there's a couple different like gates that can like open to allow like animals in like from like the streets into and then stay within the field, so that if they're like shipped in from outside the city, to keep them until their time for processing. And then on the inside, there's like there's a barn door like on the very, very large one that's attached to the rest of the shop. There's 2 large doors that allow access that are just wide open for the animals to come and go out of there.
So it looks like the southern doors are closer to the fence, so I'm going to casually walk along to the south side of this, and then, if no one's looking, sneak behind the 2d6 pig pen and into the barn.
Okay. Just to make sure, so you're sneaking into the very large barn that's connected to like the rest of the shop,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
So jumping across the smallest part of the field on the south side here, sneaking
Okay.
along the pig pen and into the doors. Do I need to roll another sneaky boy check?
Yes. So while you're jumping the southern fence.
Yes.
So while jumping the southern fence, you notice that maybe a couple feet to the side of where you're jumping the fence, that there's a bunch of matted down grass on the inside of the fence that like leads towards the entrance to this very, very small, what looks kind of like a pig house, like a little kind of like pig pen that's kind of roofed in like a small barn that's about 10 feet by 10 feet.
Interesting. I'm going to point to my other sneaky boy and like point down at the matted grass very sneakily.
Sneaky pointing.
We'll make a bunch of hand symbols even though we don't actually speak any kind of hand symbol language.
And then I mosey my way, I sneakily with a 12 my way to the matted grass.
Okay. And so you sneak your way down to the matted grass, and as you kind of look at it, you can see that it's pretty clear that there's matted grass, again, going from the other side of the fence, kind of like real close to where you two are, and then it leads around to kind of the entrance of where the entrance to the little like pig house is.
Okay. I'm going to peek inside that pig house.
I will be a staunch follower of Riven, like SEAL
Okay.
Team 6 style. Like I got my hand on the back of his back, so that way like I can tap it when it's time to breach and stuff.
Okay, so you peek like inside the pig pen, and you can see that the bottom is like covered in straw, and you can see that the straw is kind of like muffled up a little bit, or it's kind of like scrunched up in places. But it looks like this is where like pigs bed, so it's just like a 10 by 10 with kind of looks like there's just straw covering the floor of it. And you can see kind of a couple spots where maybe pigs have bedded before.
Seems like a pretty good red herring, but I mean that doesn't stop Daniel from diving into filth. So he's gonna start upheaving like piles of like matted hay or garbage and pig shit. He's gonna just try and fucking look for a hidden trap door.
You sweep the hay aside, and you notice that there's wooden boards on the bottom under a couple layers of hay.
Okay. Yeah, I go, come on, Riven!
And with
Help me out! As I'm like covered in shit and mud. It's like, come on, dude, we got this. There's something underneath here. I sincerely hope there's not. But I'm like, yeah, totally, dude.
I'm saying, no, we're just looking. We gotta come back.
No, but at least we can see if there's something here.
All right, take a quick peek.
I keep shoveling, I guess. Fuck it.
Okay.
As Riven is just standing, yes, keep digging, shit shoveler.
You deal with the pig shit.
I have gossip magazines to read. As I'm fucking just shoveling literal shit.
I'm the sneaky clean boy.
That makes sense, and then I keep going.
All right.
Yeah.
And so after some like kind of nasty straw shoveling, you kind of uncover these like boards that are obviously all kind of like put together, and you eventually come across this little like metal ring that's attached down to one of them, and you do find what's kind of like looks like a hatch of some sorts. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I look at Riven and I go,
And I'm gonna go.
Our podcast audience is going to love this moment.
yeah, you're right. For the kids at home that don't see so good. Yeah, for the kids at home that don't see good, Daniel makes obscene and malicious hand gestures towards Riven, many of which can be taken provocatively and sexually.
Riven tries to signal that he's going to keep a lookout.
They're speaking in some sort of sneaky boy sign language.
Yeah, sneaky boy sign language is what gets passed down between Riven and Daniel. So Daniel gives, again, many obscene hand gestures and motions and facial expressions to indicate that there is a potential trap door underneath this pile of shit and hay. He really draws a picture, theater of the hands, I guess. And then he does a big, like, A1A, we gotta move it, like, type of gesture to get the fuck out of here.
Okay, well, I'm going to say, just pull it up and listen, see if there's anything underneath. Listen.
I just look at myself covered in shit, and I'm like, how about you do it?
I'll go over there now that he's cleaned it off, and I'll pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's clean.
Like, if I activate a trap that shoots a fireball, at least I'm not going to be combustible entirely. Like, come on, dude.
The pig shit is napalm.
As he's opening it, I'm like trying to fucking whip the shit off of me. Just like really getting at it.
Okay, I'll pick it up just a little bit and stick my ear down there.
Okay, so you
anything
get your ear down there, and as you kind of like pick it up with your head close, you can kind of feel this like kind of like waft of like cold air come up from down there, and as you kind of like look through, you can see there's like a ladder going down.
Do I hear anything? Do I need to roll a perception check?
Probably
yeah, go ahead.
Hearing.
An 11 plus, I think, 0. Let's check. Ooh, plus 3, 14.
Ooh, okay. So you do not hear anything, but you can. It smells kind of like smoke, possibly just from like torches or even like maybe something cooking.
Okay, I'm gonna set it back down, and I'm gonna sneakily say that's definitely a trapdoor.
I think so too. And I'm gonna make my way back towards the door that we came in at. Yeah, as I go, I'm fucking still slopping pig shit and hay off of me in mud and garbage, and I'm gonna brace myself at the door, peeking outward to see if there's any Metal Gear Solid patrolling guards, and I'm gonna sit there and wait until my compatriot decides to follow.
Okay, I'm gonna decide to follow.
So you do peek outside the house looking for like guards outside, and as you kind of like peek outside, you do notice that there's a very large spotted pig just staring at you longingly as you peek outside.
There's 2d6 of them.
Yeah, 2d6.
They all take out
More pig.
roll initiative. Yeah,
12 big eyes just staring at you.
I will punch a pig. I have no
Nobody
morals.
touches our poop.
And so it just kind of like walks past you into the house and it kind of like starts rolling around and like kind of like scratching all the straw kind of like back into position of like what it was before.
Yeah,
you screwed up its back.
Yeah.
The pig is an informant.
Yeah, I'm gonna go break its neck.
snitch.
Yeah.
Pig's a fucking narc. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, the thing that sucks is that one of these butchers is totally a druid and speaks with animals and goes, "Hey, have you seen anything suspicious, pigs in my fucking place? Shut up! I know I'm giving you ideas. Stop it!"
They weren't all druids, but they are now.
They are now. In fact, that pig transforms back into Chaos Hand or whatever and cuts your head off.
Druids appear in front of you.
They're druids that work for a militia that doesn't believe in magic.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. This is nature magic.
Yeah, it's all natural, dude.
That's okay.
That's fucking all natural, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
it's
yeah,
organic magic.
it is. It's straight from Mother Earth's bosom, dude.
Right.
I can't fucking fight. I can't fight the wave.
So I'm gonna get up behind Daniel Sunway and put my hand on him like SEAL Team 6 style.
Hell yeah, I was waiting for it. As soon as I feel a double tap, I start like moseying, and I'm gonna roll another stealth check because I want to not have a 12.
Are you guys going down in there right
nat
now?
20!
No, we are leaving.
God.
We're leaving
okay.
to rendezvous with, I'm assuming, Dek and, and fucking Eli.
Okay.
Fucking invisible over here.
I'm glad you got a nat 20.
Do we share? Do we average our rolls?
don't.
I mean, if you get like a nat 20, I'll say that like kind of does some spill off
Guiding
onto
me.
his sneakiness, because it's not so much sneaking as much as it is, I think, at this point, just like nonchalantness.
Yes,
Right.
yeah.
As far as not to like gain suspicion, because there's not much to hide behind. There's like people that are kind of walking by, but
Yeah.
you're able to just
He's like
easily just
elbowing me in the
walk
ribs.
off, yep, and look like you work there.
Yeah, don't mind the pig shit. We work here.
I was gonna say, yeah, look at this guy. He's covered in it. He works
Get
here
a
all the
load of
time.
this guy.
Yeah.
God damn it.
All right. So let's quick go to Dek and Eli.
Yeah.
So you two guys are kind of like posting up kind of outside, like on the streets. I know, Eli, you said you were kind of like sneaking or taking the long way around. But would you two like to take any actions while the sneaky boys are sneaking, and then Dalana and Ingus are inside working the store owner?
So on the taking a long way around, I'm guessing we came from the north, and you described it being like the northwest corners where the main entrance is at. So going
Yes.
around the rest of the area, like what are the buildings adjacent like? Is there other main alleyways that we can escape by if we needed to later in the night? Or
So
are there buildings like where we could maybe stand on tin roofs again? I don't know. What does it look like around this building?
there's only one place where there's really an alley. There's only like one side that really has much of an alley, and that's the one that's like side to side with kind of like the larger barn that's connected to like the rest of the shop. But the rest of it is pretty open because it's on two sides. It's just city street, which is on a pretty like larger, more kind of like a main drag.
So the east side isn't a road; it's like just an alley, and that just disappears into.
Yep. And then there's like there's houses kind of built alongside, or like that's kind of like where the shacks start back up.
Okay.
And then Dek, was there anything that you wanted to look out for or look into?
Trying to think. I mean, the only thing I think of is while we're basically, is our turn taking place before Riven and Daniel have done their little discovery? So like,
It'd be kind of like simultaneous.
okay, so
You
would
see us stumbling.
Yeah, I was gonna
through,
say.
like,
I mean, you
Could I-
guys see them doing their thing, so you could kind of time up your actions with seeing kind of what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of time it up with, I assume with mine and Eli sort of pace around the perimeter. I'm going to sort of see if we can time it up so that we can meet up with Riven and Daniel at the same kind of point, so we can kind of just discuss quickly like what they found, and we
I
share intel basically.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I'd say that you guys would be able to meet up kind of like outside kind of the fence there that's close to that little like kind of like pig house that they found the trapdoor under.
I'm covered in shit.
He really is.
What
Huh.
happened
Yeah.
to
That's
you?
the news of the day.
I found a trap door. I smell really bad. I don't know, but there's totally a trap door in that little shit house there for the pigs,
Shit house.
and that's all she wrote, dudes.
Okay. So it looks like this alley that
I didn't go in it. Yeah, what did you hear, Riven? Did you hear some spooky noises?
No, it smelled like smoke, and it definitely felt like there was a secret clubhouse. Unfortunately, there was a sign that said "No clowns allowed."
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
We'll just keep it between the four of us, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How rude.
Said no clowns. They're allowed to have one.
One clown, but not one clown more.
Clowns.
Never. One clown more and the whole place falls down. Okay, alright, sick. Cool. Seems like we can definitely come in here at the dead of night, and now that we know our point of infiltration, our point of insertion, we can definitely make our way inside and cause a ruckus, you know? I mean, that whole barn seems pretty flammable, so like if we gotta make a break for it, one bad match will set all that hay and shit up in blaze, so like, you know.
Yeah.
Whoever comes up after us is gonna walk into a real shit sandwich if you get my joke.
Yeah.
Flaming sack of shit. Great.
Yeah, except it's a building.
Well, this alley is probably the best way out of here in a hurry, so...
Yeah, we could scatter like roaches.
So the thing is that Dalana and I have no idea you've stumbled on what might the
No.
jackpot be.
Not yet.
We're still
Yes.
like thinking that
Yeah.
we're infiltrating somehow.
Mm-hmm.
No, I want to see how this plays out. Let's cut back to them while we've already discussed all this shit, so that way I can see how much of a shit show this character and player knowledge doesn't get mixed up.
So I was thinking though, like the moment that the butcher walks and opens that door to walk into the back room to get ice, I want to like perceive
Mhm.
like in those sliver that the door's open, I want to look and maybe do a perception check to see what kind of doors and shit I see back there.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, roll perception for that to see what you can pick out of that little
Yeah, that moment.
opening.
I mean, he has to
Mhm.
open the door to like allow his entire person through, so he opens it pretty decent, right?
12 plus you, so 14.
Okay, so as he kind of opens it, you can see that like he's not like trying to like shut it quick behind him. He's not trying to like sneak out. He just opens it and then like kind of closes it a little bit behind him. But it's open to kind of like a crack. Kind of like he's pretty nonchalant about it. But you can see in the back that it looks like there's like a couple kind of like animals that are hanging right now. And you think you see like a couple like tables in the back. It goes back pretty far, but it looks like there's kind of like some hanging hooks in the back. But that's about all you can make out kind of before the door
Door
kind of swings
shuts.
most of the way shut behind him.
So my thought is this. Dalana, if you hide the thing to the north of us, is that a counter also?
Yeah, so that's kind of like a large table, and you can see there's kind of like some like packets of like spices and different like casings and stuff that you can buy.
Are you stealthy, Dalana?
Sort of. +3.
So I was thinking you could hide behind that counter up north there. Then when he comes back out, I'll tell him that you had your emergency and you had to run and shit in the alley. And then while I'm distracting him, you would sneak into that back door and
right.
see what happens.
I want to know what's back there.
So when
Yeah,
he
hell yeah.
comes out, I'll distract him. I'll try to like negotiate to get the Bezbofis special, and then
Mhm.
you can sneak into the back and see what's back there. And if it doesn't work, we'll just have to
Sweet.
run like fucking hell.
Yeah, that's right. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm going to roll a stealth then. Oh, crap.
Good.
8.
Sounds good. Nice.
This is going to go well.
Oh my god.
Trips.
There's no way we could fail.
Well, wait, so you're gonna sneak?
Like behind that like counter to like the north
Okay.
end of the wall there. And then I'm going to sneak into the door like when he's like distracted.
All right, so he comes back out of the door carrying kind of like this like little kind of like sack, and you can see it's like dripping a little bit. He's like, "All right, well, I got some ice in here for you," and he looks up and he just sees Ingus.
Oh my god,
Standing
he's
there.
3 feet tall. And she rolled an 8. That is hilarious.
He rolled, yeah.
That is awesome. That is
His
fucking.
eyes are on the clown.
He just who
Where they
wouldn't
should
at
be.
that point? Yeah, I was gonna say
And-
who wouldn't.
He walks toward it. He goes, "Where'd the girl you were with?" And he walks kind of forward a little, like past the counter, and he looks around. He's like, "Did she leave? Did she go? Did she go and try to find the bathroom?"
Her face turned beet red, sweating bullets. She screeched a little bit and ran out, so I imagine she's shitting herself in an alley somewhere. Let's talk meat.
Just all the dignity in class.
I didn't even hear the bell. I didn't even hear the bell ring.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay. I guess sometimes I don't hear when I'm in the back, I suppose.
So let's talk about meat. I'm interested in the Bezbofis special.
Oh, as you should be. We're well known for that.
The conundrum here
I believe it.
is that I need to feed 60 people for 12 GP, 12 gold. Do you think I can afford enough? does that work out price-wise?
Absolutely. Let me kind of walk you through our pricing guide. And he kind of talks with you and talks about all the different meat and meal combinations.
I love talking about this stuff. I love it.
And he starts talking about spices and whatnot. So cut to Dalana, who's like right now behind the counter. Yeah, so she's basically standing just hunched maybe just a little bit under the counter, enough for
barely.
him to not notice.
Really?
This is glorious.
No, it's a big counter.
Yeah, so
It's a distracting cloud.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's the only way it could really come about.
It worked. So you're able to use kind of that aid, and you'll be able to. Do you still want to sneak back into that back
Oh, hell
room?
yeah. Let's just go. I'm just going to go sneak on in.
Okay, and you sneak on in. The door is still maybe like half open, so you can get right in.
Slip right on through.
Yep, the floor creaks a little bit, but he doesn't seem to notice.
Nice.
In the back, there's kind of like this very kind of long, kind of like what looks like a storage room for the meat, and then also kind of the processing center. So hanging up, you can see there's like 4 different carcasses, most of which have all the meat cut off of them. So it's mostly bones. Looks like 3 pigs and a cow.
Mm-hmm.
Across from like where you enter, like in the corner closest to you, you can see there's like a table where there's a strange like pile of heads. So it looks like there's 3 pig heads, and then there's 1 kind of cow head at the bottom. And then as on different ends of the room, there's also kind of like tables with kind of like some meat cut up, some like spice packets that are kind of spilled out along. You can see he's kind of like spicing up some different steaks and stuff, and then different like cutting utensils and cleavers at different parts. And also some different cutting utensils, and then also like bloodied aprons hanging against the wall. And then also another kind of like very large door on like the kind of the far end that looks more kind of like a very large like barn door.
Gonna head to that door. Is it open? Can I go through the door?
Nope. So it's kind of like there's just like a little like latch that seals it down, and you can see there's like some straw that has come in from the door that's like along the floor.
Okay.
And you kind of get that sweet Barney scent as you get closer to it. Mm-hmm.
Can I try to like jiggle the lock, or can I try to open it? How would I do that?
Sneaky jiggles.
Absolutely. So as you like lift up the lock, it's not that door is not locked. So it swings like right up and then opens up. And as you open it, you kind of look in, and it goes into the largest barn in the back. And you can see it looks like right down the middle of it. There's straw and hay all over the bottom, and you can see there's like different stalls for the animals along the sides.
Are there any people in here? Is it just the animals? Any animals in here?
So you can see looks like a couple pigs in the stalls, and everyone else is probably out in the field right now. Because you can see there's like 2 other doors that are open to the outside fields.
All right, well, I'm gonna stroll on outside to like the far door, I guess.
And just run into everybody else who's already out there.
I mean, the guy probably already thinks I'm gone, so I'm just gonna I have to go somewhere.
It's very
Okay,
true.
so you're in the barn.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk on out the big door right in front of me.
Okay.
See if I see any pigs along the way, I'm gonna pet them.
Okay, there are a couple sleeping pigs
Slap their
Nice.
in the stables.
slap their butt.
Yep,
Give 'em a
they
little butt
are
slap.
kind of adorable. Okay, you give them a little slap.
Aw.
They kind of oink and kind of like shiver a little bit, but they kind of look at you, but don't give you too much notice.
Yes, the pigs like me.
Yeah, I was gonna say the door that she pops out of, is that the southernmost door of the barn structure?
So if she keeps going, she will come out the southern end of the barn and like into the field, where she would probably see all of you.
I was about to say, yeah, just the fucking 4 of us are
Yes.
there, like, yeah, so like a trap door. You know, like,
Yeah, so
Dalana has succeeded in walking in circles.
Hey guys, I found the trap door.
no, I was gonna say
A
she
trap door?
succeeded in finding out that there's a trap door.
So someone can stop me from having a long conversation about meat and spices.
No, you're there. No, you live there now.
Yeah.
While I'm having this conversation about spices, I feel like I am doing the best spy work of my life. Like literally pretending to be interested
Yeah.
in spices and meat is like top notch of my game right here. I feel like I'm being sly as fuck.
I was gonna say, I cannot wait to erase 12 gold from our party inventory for you to spend all of it in this thing.
I'm gonna be able to feed 60 people with this meat.
You sure are.
We'll be eating for days.
Oh, 10 days, actually, because there's 6 of us, just saying.
Ingus, roll a performance check just to see how enthralled you get this guy in your
Yeah.
interested in spices and sausage
Yeah.
options.
I rolled a 1, but I am a halfling, so
Oh, you get luck.
that
or
would have
whatever.
been bad.
That's such
Give me
a
another one.
I rolled a
Huge
1.
thing.
I rolled a 1 a second fucking time. It's
Yes.
It
Yes.
was
That's
meant
bad.
to
But-
be
Hell yeah.
Possible.
You can't cheat fate.
Do you only re-roll ones once though?
yes, and you take whatever you get.
Oh, so the second time you have to keep.
The odds are
course.
You gotta
very
keep the
low
one
that
now.
would happen, but my performance is
That's
plus
a
5, so
1
it is a 6 total.
Don't
400
matter.
chance.
No, it doesn't matter.
The one time I get to use that overpowered bullshit, it did not work for me. I rolled a 6.
Okay.
It's a 6 total if we care.
You were fated, my friend.
I no longer feel sly as fuck.
You
Yeah.
start sweating your makeup off.
Yeah.
Which is,
The makeup's like sweating down my face, trickling
you
down
think
my neck.
You're trying your best to be a super spy, but you're like, yeah, there's 16 people.
I'm just thinking that like maybe there's a half orc that's already killed Dalana in the back. I have no idea what's going on.
You hear someone open a door, it's not even her, and it sounds like a death-curdling screech. And you're like, ah!
Oh god.
You know, my favorite spice of all is salt.
Salt keeps things from going bad longer. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I fucking ruin his day.
You get this guy talking for a bit, but after a while, he kind of notices that you might not be as interested in what he's saying as he thought. So he kind of looks at you strange and he goes, "All right, like, you're actually here to buy something, right?"
Absolutely. If I left without meat, there would be 60 people that didn't eat at a very fancy party. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
She's shaking, holding 12 gold.
here, I can. Okay, so when are you gonna need this?
Most expensive sausages ever.
I know.
Well, I was hoping to leave here today with meat.
Okay.
Is that not how
I got
meat
this.
works?
I can get 12 gold of stuff ready for you right now. It'll be great. I'm sure your friends will love it.
Eli's going to be so disappointed that I spent all that money on meat.
I'm gonna be.
He was all about
Daniel's
getting a
gonna
good
be
deal,
so
and I did
pissed.
not.
I just imagine you falling apart, just throwing gold at him to make it better.
I'm just.
I mean,
My character's just so nervous at this point that all I want to do is give him money, get meat, and leave. But I shouldn't leave Dalana behind. She's back there. I'm gonna stay in this store and wait for the meat. How long does the meat take?
Okay. So he goes towards the bank and he goes, okay, just like give me like 15 minutes. I'll kind of chop some stuff up. I just gotta like pack some stuff together. That 12 gold, that's a lot of meat. You got a lot of people to feed, but I gotcha. I don't mean to ramble on about spices.
Turns out I'm actually in a hurry. I just want 12 gold. Whatever meat is already out here on the counter. Just give me that meat. I just like.
you're itching your neck. You're fucking pulling your collar. Your fucking
just-
big old Shakespearean clown
I just
collar.
realized that I have a good friend that's shitting her brains out in the alleyway. I need to go check on her. 12 GP, 60
Okay.
people, whatever meat is out here in this room. I need that meat.
He goes, all right, there's really not much, but customer's always right. And he like pulls some of the stuff out of like kind of like the iced up kind of like frozen glass cabinet out in the front, just kind of pulls that out. It's like a few like steaks, and he goes, all right, you'll have to cut this up on your own if you're in a rush. There's like some sausages in there and some different bits. And he goes over and he's like, I don't have much. I'll throw in a couple like spice packets.
Fiona's
He
gonna
goes,
be
"All
so
right,
excited.
let me grab some like links out of the back. I'll be like right back in like 30 seconds."
Links, gross, sausage, disgusting. You know what? I just
We're
want
kosher here, all right?
I just want stuff from this showroom. Like give mushrooms, potatoes, whatever it is. Doesn't have to be meat. I just need to feed 60 people from this room. Okay?
Mushrooms, receipt paper,
All right.
fucking bags. Just give me 12 gold pieces worth of garbage.
All right, we got like a steamed ham here.
Ooh, ham,
So,
ooh,
like,
ham.
It could give you some of
We got
that.
Richard Nixon here for you.
Yeah. So, all right, this is all I can give you here. I'll like wrap it up in some like he's got like some cheesecloth or some
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
some like kind of like
Rags.
clean fabric behind to kind of like
Yeah.
tie it all up so you can carry it.
The problem is I have
Christ.
no way for Dalana to communicate to me that she's like safe or done
Absolutely
with her
not.
mission.
Nope.
We never planned it.
No.
She also walked out the
Why
back
would you?
door. She walked out the back door, so I have literally no idea when she's coming back. She probably isn't coming back. And I have no way of knowing that it's safe for me to walk out of this store.
Dude, you are sobbing thinking that Dalana is fucking killed and murdered and made.
And it's my fault.
Just put the meat in the bag.
Oh,
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
No sausage!
Meanwhile, she meets up with you guys and she's laughing her
Yeah,
ass
she's
off.
totally cool. She's like, wow, Daniel, you're covered in shit.
Oh my god! Oh fuck, Ingus!
You guys are all just like laughing your ass
Yeah.
off about how your routes met up with each other while I'm like sweating my balls off,
Dude,
like have no
to be
idea what's
honest,
going on.
That's horrible. I should go
I
back
was-
for him. I would remember him eventually. Oh, Ingus! I better go
After
back.
we've like been there
I'll
for
go tell
10,
him
15
my bathroom
minutes.
emergency is over and like we can get going. You know.
I'm literally just like watching him prep this disgusting weird
Yes,
order for me.
yes.
And I'm just like chattering a million miles a minute, asking stupid
Yes.
questions about meat and spice until somebody comes in and rescues me.
Yeah, and
hope
he's
that
kind of
day
weirded
never
out
comes.
by all this because he doesn't exactly trust like why you're there, why you're so sweaty. But you're a paying customer, you're 12 gold. I mean, just for some meat of just what is in the exact area, like he's all right, like that. Okay, see, you seem weird, but you're the weirdest clown he's ever met. But
Only clown, probably.
So just to put this in perspective,
That's-
if 1 silver is equivalent to a day's work, then Jake just paid him the equivalent of like $10,000 for meat.
Yeah.
yes,
fake
$10,000?
Great party.
and he
Oh my
didn't have
God.
to work hard and leave the room. Pretty weird.
We're never gonna have to
Very
eat
weird.
Fiona's soup again, though.
I was about to
So,
say Fiona's
good
gonna
on
be so
me.
fucking
True.
excited.
Okay, so by the time he's able to like wrap all this meat up in like this basically like a bed sheet, he just
It's
kind of like wraps
midnight.
all these like hams and like
It's on a
things, different
stick,
things
like a
together,
hobo.
and he kind of like pushes it on the counter towards you, and then he looks at you and he looks at the bag, which is probably your body weight in meat. And he goes, "Are you gonna
40
are you gonna
pounds
be able
of
to
meat for
carry this?"
$10,000? Come on.
Oh my-
That's easy.
I mean, you basically have all the meat that was in this showroom,
Yeah.
Yes.
and then some other things.
I hope that my lady friend comes back and helps me carry all this, but in the meantime, I'm going to stand in this room and contemplate how I'm going to get all this meat out of here. If you don't mind me waiting and contemplating how I'm going to move this meat, I'll just wait here and think about it.
Well, you're a paying customer, so you're free to wait as long as you want, sir. Could I have the money you said?
I'm realizing now that 12 GP feels a little steep. What if I were to play you a piccolo tune to knock the price down to 8 GP? 8 GP and a piccolo tune.
You said 12. I don't know. You originally seemed something.
You're right, you're
I
right.
don't know,
12
something's-
GP and you'll just let me sit here until someone comes along to help me take the meat out. 12 GP.
Wait, did you agree?
I mean, if I'm thinking about it, he is nervous as fuck, so yes, he agrees. As long as the butcher's okay with him hanging out till somebody comes to his rescue.
So you hand over the gold, and he kind of like cautiously takes it, but it's
Bites
still
it all, makes
kind
sure
of
it's...
he's very enthused.
This guy's an idiot. Like, he gave me 12 gold for garbage. For literal trash.
If real Jake knew that it was equivalent of $10,000, he would have been a little better at it, but, you know.
The fake Jake doesn't know any better.
Angus doesn't know.
But-
Actually, so Angus grew up very rich. And as you know, rich people don't know how much
pocket
groceries
change.
cost. So how would he know?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
He wouldn't. know.
$10,000 for a
Here's some
hamburger
money.
sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. A banana costs 12 gold.
He's probably eaten like a $10,000 steak in one sitting at one point in his life.
Right.
So,
Mm,
yeah.
This is all Black Angus hamburger, right?
yes.
A
yes.
gallon of milk costs $15, right?
I'm gonna come back for Ingus. I'm gonna run in the door and be like,
Okay.
oh my god, thank you so much for taking care of the meat, my friend, and like I'm so glad that it's already taken care of because I'm still not feeling well, but we should get going. I'll help you carry out the meat.
And when he sees that you somehow walked in the front door, his brain is like, what the fuck? but he tries not to show it on his face.
Right.
He still says it though.
There's a moment of like, what?
$10,000 for meat.
I'd be like, look at all this meat I got.
Yeah, as you enter, the little bell goes off, and he goes, "Oh, you're back. Are you feeling better?"
So. Like, I'm better enough to like kind of get home. I need to get home to like my own like bathroom area, if you know what I mean.
I need home field advantage.
I've still got that bag of ice. It's a little bit like melted, but you can try to. It's kind of dripping.
Oh yeah, the ice. Oh my God, you are such a sweetheart. Thank you so much.
It's a half bag of ice, I suppose, but I can clean up the rest. I hope you feel better.
You mind helping me drag this bag of meat out of here?
Yes. We'll take the meat, we'll go have a party, we'll have a good time. Thank you so much, sir, whatever your name is, establishment owner.
You can call me Chauncey.
Chauncey. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I hope you guys come by again. And give you a little bit more time to prepare everything next time so that you can get what you really want.
Well, thanks so much. Let's just drag this meat out of here.
All right, so you can leave the establishment with about 42 pounds of meat, all kind of like basically wrapped up in a bed sheet and kind of wrapped with some twine around the top.
So fair market value, how much should we have paid for that meat?
That's a
Wait,
great
not
question.
12 gold.
I don't know.
Not 12
That's
gold.
$238 a pound if 12 GP is $10,000.
Yeah.
The equivalent
Not
of
12 gold.
I don't know. Too much. Maybe like
Way
a
too much.
couple to a few silver pieces.
Nah, I would say at the very least a gold piece.
I feel like we could have bought about 2d6 cows worth of meat for that.
We'll steal a couple
Yeah.
cows
Meat
to
would probably
make
be
up for
fairly
it.
expensive since it doesn't keep. Yeah, I'll have to do some looking into of medieval meat pricing
Yeah, that's Fiona's worry.
to make sure that it's competitive with other businesses.
I mean, a stock animal is what, like 5 gold? You could have bought the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think so. I think like a goat is like.
You could have gotten like a whole,
I
like
forget.
few whole animals, you know? And they weigh 2,000 pounds, not 42 pounds, you know? Like
yeah.
they weigh a lot more.
And to think if we had invested that 12 GP in a 401k, by the time we retired, we would not even have to do all this shit.
Nah.
All right, we'll be like,
We wrecked our future."
guys, Daniel dug through some pig shit and we found a trap door.
Oh, nice.
I'm covered in pig shit.
We'll exit the meat shop with our giant bag of meat, but
Yeah.
not giant enough.
42 pounds is a lot of meat.
That
It
is
is
a lot of
That's a lot of meat.
Have you ever felt
So
42
one-
pounds, period? Imagine that just being sopping wet meat. Like, disgusting.
Hams.
Oh,
Dude, the steam is radiating off of this fucking bag of meat.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. I'm just like trying to process like where this session has gone. I'm
Yeah.
This,
we were
this
debating
is
murdering
the
someone, and then
No.
we were sneaking, and then Devin was covered in shit, and then there was a whole meat dance, and it's like, wait, what the fuck is going on right
What
now?
have you ever
Where am I
seen-
right now? You know, like
what we can do is we can take our shit back to the full mast.
Have a meat dinner.
We have a very enjoyable salted meat dinner, the saltiest, most succulent meat that you can ever imagine. And we kind of go across the game plan, right? So like, what are we gonna do? Because again, I've got 2 disguises. We've got the location of the entrance of the place. We have people's names. We kind of know like we don't know what's inside of the trapdoor.
So let's
Let's just go
meet
back to
up
the tavern.
and then
Let's
go
talk
back
it
to the
out.
thing, eat our meat, and talk.
meet up.
All right. The rest of the episode, extra points for meat puns.
Meat
Oh my
puns.
God.
Okay.
How much XP for meat puns?
Oh, dude, don't tempt me.
So Dalana and I will step out of the meat shop with our giant sack of meat, and I just hope people don't judge me for wasting our entire petty cash on meat.
You spent all 12 gold?
This is the last of the petty cash.
You have no idea the pressure I was
Group
under, Eli.
retirement fund.
So, and I looked it up, an entire cow is 10 gold. A live cow.
A side of beef is a lot more than 40 pounds, though.
Yeah, you could have
Yeah,
bought
a side of
some
ton of
side
meat.
dishes.
is huge.
What is money anyway, guys? What is money?
What is money?
This is ending up in the gossip columns for sure.
Are you
gonna
a ghost
gossip
writer
about
for
me?
the gossip columns?
Local clown buys all the meat.
Butcher retires early.
You know the news is slow when that's the headline. That's
So what do you guys say we have a special meat dinner and debrief what we figured out here, huh?
Ingus, you were the one carrying the 42 pounds
Yeah.
of meat? Or does
I'm
Dalana
probably
carrying
dragging
the meat?
it, yeah.
We're like working
Why?
together to drag the bag.
It's very heavy.
Delana has like a -2 strength, and I am 40 pounds. So
Yeah.
we're gonna need some help here.
Okay.
We're dragging the meat.
I'll pick it up once have we reunited yet or
Yeah.
I was gonna say you would be able to see Dalana and Ingus like kind of like leaving the place and walking down the street carrying this like enormous sack of meat basically, and so you'd be able to meet back up with them.
Meat back up.
Meat.
Yeah, meet back up. So if you'd like to help, kind of like pick it up off the ground.
yeah, I'll sling it over my shoulder.
Okay,
What a gentleman.
it's a lot of meat, but you're able to shoulder it.
I'm a strong boy.
Beef shoulder. That's
Sweet.
There's a lot
technically a
of,
Thank
meat
you,
pun.
Beck. Strong
pleasure.
boy.
there's a lot of
Strong boys
steam
and the
coming
sneaky
up.
boys.
Strong boys, sneaky boys, talky boys.
And then us, Ingus.
And sweaty clown boy.
that's the talky
Sweaty.
And
boy.
open alleys.
Perspiring
Yeah.
clowns.
So we need to make a plan. Are we thinking of like? Well, let's get back to the place, but like, are we gonna spring on them tonight? You think?
I mean, if a short rest counts as me getting my health back and it still is the night, then yes.
Yeah, a short rest is an hour.
Oh, that's it? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
hell
super
yeah. I'll
short.
fucking do whatever the hell you want. If it's tonight or next week, I don't care.
You should consider a bath after your mud wrestling.
Yeah, Daniel, don't touch the meat.
I smell.
Do you get like a bonus poison damage with your punches if your hands are
Cover 'em in
just covered in bacteria?
Do I DM? I'll keep it. I'll smear my fists and shit every morning if that's what happens.
I don't know if that's a house rule. I want to
Daniel
instate.
shithead.
Oh,
Every day you
damn it.
dip your hands in shit like an ice cream cone in a chocolate like shell.
Yeah, exactly. Fudge tipped. That's disgusting.
Oh,
but I'm
boy.
into it.
That's wrong.
Oh,
I
God.
will lead the way back. I will play my piccolo. And nope, I'm not going to play the piccolo. I'm going to touch up my makeup because it's really runny and
It's
gross right now.
smearing. Yeah.
Okay, so you touch it up and you guys are able to kind of like start walking back to the full mass. So you kind of like walk back together, kind of carrying the meat. And so outside you can see there's like a couple guys like smoking pipes, and you can see that like inside the windows are opened up, and there's a few people in kind of for like an early dinner. So business is on. They kind of eyeball the satchel of meat that Dex got, and they go, "Whoa, what you got there, bud?"
None of your business.
Meat,
That'll cost you
friend.
some gold.
Yeah,
So Deck, you're the carrier of the meat satchel.
a satchel full of meat.
You must be hungry.
I'm still a growing boy, as they say.
They go, all right, carry on. They just keep smoking their pipes. You walk inside, and there's like a couple. There's 1d6 fish. There's 5 customers currently in there having kind of like some bread and cheese wedges. There's kind of like 2 guys up at the bar that kind of Grum serving drinks too. And you can see that Alan's kind of like bussing some of the tables, getting some of the stuff out from the back kitchen. And you 6 walk in, and you can see Grum kind of like looks up from the bar, kind of like eyes you a little bit, eyes the satchel that Deck's carrying, eyes the rest of you, eyes sweaty Ingus, eyes Daniel with his arms that might be a little cleaner than they used to be after walking through the streets for a while.
Yeah, only the arms. Everything else is pretty shit covered.
And tries not to pay too much like kind of special attention yet, but tries to be kind of nonchalant about you 6 being regular customers coming in.
When we've been in the kitchen before, did we notice an ice box or some sort of ice room?
There would be kind of like a small ice box in the back, yes.
Okay, good. Otherwise, we have like one day to eat all this meat. So
One day we have
Well,
like
we would have to have a
4
party.
hours.
We got 6 customers. Let's serve them up, or 5 customers. Let's serve them up fucking 10.5 days worth of meat.
all of our saved money in meat.
I mean, that was only from 1 combat, to be honest. So, like, 12 gold, 1 combat. Like, we'll make that back. There's plenty more people to murder.
And so Alan walks up, and in his like child voice, he goes, "Come on in, there's a couple tables open." And he kind of looks at you and kind of gives you the,
What?
face of like the what the heck's going on. But he kind of like shows you like one of the open tables.
Alan, would you mind taking this giant sack of meat from Deck and putting it in the icebox?
And cooking some of it up for us.
And running a bath.
Sir,
Please. He's our little clubhouse butler, dude. I tell him to jump and he asks how high. It's a situation, I thought.
But he gives you a look every time.
Of course. He's not happy about it.
All right, I'm going to sit down at one of the tables, one of the empty tables.
okay. And then Ingus, you asked Alan to take the.
Take the meat to the icebox, please.
Okay. He goes again in his child voice. He goes, "Yes, sir." Kind of eyes the bag, looks at you, kind of goes like "What the hell is this?" And he's just able to kind of like drag it and
Barely.
kind of like heave it up over his shoulder, but like the bag is still dragging on the floor after he heaves it on his shoulder.
I'm gonna follow him and be like, about that bath.
Yes, he's trying to truck his own body
I'm
weight
not
meat.
gonna help him at all. Of course, I'm not gonna help him at all. But I'm just gonna follow him off screen while the rest of the
Alright.
party does whatever it does.
We should do all of our planning in the bathroom around while Daniel's in the bathtub. We'll all just like
Well,
run
I'm
in the
like-
bathroom and make our plan in there.
He goes, "Yes, sir. I'll get the bath going right after I take care of this meat bag." As he's slowly kind of going towards the back room with the meat saddle.
I'll follow and be like, I'll wait, and I'll keep following him.
I'll join Riven. I'll join Riven at the table.
I'll sit at the table.
I'll grab some parchment and we'll sit down at the table. Maybe
Nice.
10.
Okay.
Okay, so I think that the sneaky boys should sneak in.
Okay. First of all, I have no idea. Sneak into what? I have no idea what the hell's going on.
Oh, we found a trap door. That's why Daniel was covered in pig shit.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I just figured that was a typical day for Daniel, so.
I guess as a group we could probably draw the map, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So draw the map. I'll point out the pig pen down here, and it's a pretty small jump over the fence into the pig pen. It's only about 5 to 10 feet, and then once inside the pig pen,
And you're certain this is the place?
I mean, why else would someone have a trap door in a pig pen?
Yeah, okay.
I
buy it.
also found the trapdoor. I like found them, but they found the trapdoor, like, because there's like nothing else going on back there. You know, it's just like I went through the barn and shit. That's kind of how it happened.
My favorite thing is Dalana's like, yeah, so I found a trap door. I mean, but like, I found them after they found a trap
I'm
door.
gonna take the
You know.
like crudely drawn map and hand it to Dalana and say, wait, where was your trap door?
Oh, it was like, it's your trapdoor, but like I got there too, just the longer way, in the more complicated way.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
It's our trapdoor.
So you found our trap door vicariously through us?
Exactly.
No one
And I found 42 pounds of meat.
You
Right.
did.
You know, we all
through an
did our thing.
exchange of too much money.
So, what is the plan? We go down the trapdoor and what?
That sounds like our plan. Yeah, we go down the trap door. And then the
I know.
sneaky
We find-
boys sneak up to them.
This Ocean's 11 montage is over. We go down the trapdoor.
with
It's Ocean's 11, they found the elevator shaft. We're like, well, let's just go down the elevator shaft.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
the safe is
Elevator
just
down.
open. Are we planning on, is the best bet just to assassinate Orton? Do we want to kidnap him and question him and then send him off to his future outside the city? What do we want
We could
to
go meet up with Farah. It'd
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah.
Mm.
I say
Start a new life off together.
we get a couple people in disguise and go down there first. Well, we go down there and then try and
Okay,
Maybe-
but if we go in disguise, how does this work? Do we walk up to the front door and go, "Hi, we're the Children of Chaos. We'd like to see the trap door, please"?
no. I just figured we go down the trap door in disguise.
In disguise.
Yeah, we ignore Chauncey, the butcher. We go to the trap door, go down there and be like, we're new recruits sent down here, whatever. Maybe make it clear, send word to the rest of them up above the ladder. They come down, and we kill everybody in sight, basically.
Yes. You hear Daniel from the bath say, yes!
There's got to be a couple more of these Children of Chaos going down that shaft at some point. Follow them in and, make up some story.
And how many costumes have we stolen? We have the 269
Two.
half-orcs.
Nope, that's it. We have 2.
Riven stole an armor the very first time we all met.
Oh,
remember?
okay.
Yeah, but it has a demon bite taken out of it.
Yeah, they all suck, They all are shabby.
That's just called,
Probably all
just-
just cheap leather
that's
armor.
character.
Just say it
Oh, for
happened
the
this morning.
course. I remember my first demon bite.
So we only have 3. We could do that like classic kids movie thing where I'm sitting on top of somebody's shoulders and I'm just like the tiny head, you know?
The children of chaos are actually 3 gnomes sitting on top of each other's shoulders.
The problem is I doubt that there's very many halflings involved in Children of Chaos. So like even if I wore a costume, I wouldn't fit in.
What if we brought in prisoners?
I'm
There
the
are prisoners
prisoner.
that were trying to do the fake or do the street healing. We had them to capture them.
So Dek, it could be that like we captured Dek because he was trying to street heal.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
But then what if they like just
We'll bring him in.
ritualistically murder him the second we're down there, you know?
We would have to kill them all the second before that happens.
Okay. So that's the part we should know what we're doing ahead of time. The how
Yeah,
and when
that's-
we're going to unleash this murderous attack.
Okay, so wait, let me get this. The sneaky boys will be sneaky.
Okay.
Dek will be captured, and then Eli and Dalana will be in costume, and Ingus will be a clown.
We never stole the lady costume though. We let her
No,
have
no,
her
she
clothes.
kept that scot-free.
But
It's
it can
armor,
probably work. It's the blue cloak that matters, probably.
I mean, maybe Alan can find some like, blue curtains and, sound of music up some clothes for us.
Doe, a deer, a female
Maybe we use
deer.
me as bait to lure the leader out, Orton out, and then once he's in sight, then we turn the
Come on.
tables, so to speak.
Yeah.
So would we have to roll a deception check to try and make the costumes?
I think it's a disguise check, actually.
Well, there's no disguise anymore.
I have a disguise kit proficiency.
There's probably deception. It's the deception versus their perception or investigation, I imagine.
Or we could just all be the sneaky boys.
Boys!
Sneaky boys.
So, yes, we costume up. Some of us are prisoners. I do have 2 manacles from when we were in that shitty carriage, so.
That is true.
What about that rusty nail?
The rusty nail.
I think we need the rusty nail. We're not going to actually lock him.
Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, dude, you put that shit in your prison pocket and you never know when it comes in handy, all right? Is Daniel done with his bath? How deep of a clean?
How clean do you want to
I'm answering
be?
the wrong question. So Daniel doesn't clean underneath his fingernails. He brushes off his shit. He washes his face because that's the real moneymaker. And he gets out of the bath that was run for him by Alan.
That Alan was, and he was carrying up water from the kitchen that was warmed up. He's very busy.
Yeah, I know. And he comes down. I guess Daniel comes down in a towel. And
There's
he's like, yeah, there's patrons there and shit. I get it.
Yeah.
And he says, what if I get my contacts to spread rumors about murders on the other side of town?
Or when we arrive, we could be like, we caught one healer, but there's another healer on 5th and Main kind of thing.
Oh, that's also Daniel's still running his head.
You
through
could be
his hair. He
doing
goes,
both
That
of those
sounds
things,
reasonable.
So,
That sounds righteous.
So we'll make up some sort of lie to get as many half-orcs or whatever to haul ass across town. And then when they're as depleted as possible, we drop down into the thing, unleash holy hell, and either kill or capture Orc.
And punch.
That works.
As far as I'm concerned, and maybe Dek, we're gonna murder Orton.
I think
Yes,
so.
sir.
He'll never hear another Who again.
Now the flip side is we could murder as many Children of Chaos as we wanted before we went in there to lower their numbers.
I think we can definitely not worry about guerrilla warfaring them. I think we can mosey in with disguises, maybe give some information about how there's more street healers. I thought that was actually a really good idea. And then potentially bring in some. We said we had manacles.
I have 2 sets of manacles. Yeah. So Dek and I could both be prisoners to make it look like it makes sense.
In unlocked manacles, so they can movie script style break that shit and get ready to start busting heads and drawing swords and shit. And we got some sneaky boys in the corners or in the windows, getting ready to bust in through, dive in through windows, ready to punch and arrow baddies in their faces.
While he's talking, he's literally just standing there dripping wet in a towel.
Yeah, in a towel. And also, the towel is
great idea,
slowly
Daniel.
slipping off of my hips as I am talking, and it's potentially showing my genitalia.
As a team, do we all feel good about this plan?
Yes, sir.
No, it's a terrible plan, but we're definitely doing it.
We're definitely doing it.
I
I'm with
agree.
Riven on this one.
Confidence is key.
We've had
Perfect.
worse plans.
We have had worse plans.
We've had equally as bad plans, and they've always worked out.
I'm gonna put my tiny little halfling hand into the middle of the table.
Yeah, I do it too.
And I'm gonna go, what are we doing? What is this?
I
It's gonna
start
be like a little
chanting,
team
quack,
moment, you know?
Quack, quack, quack,
Dude,
quack,
we're gonna
quack,
touch each
quack,
other's hands.
quack.
And everyone looks at you like you're fucking schizophrenic
I'm
right
like,
now.
oh, that must be a Las Ongales thing.
Oh, okay.
And then
That makes
I
sense.
put my shit back.
Are they vampires?
No, they're just very
vampires.
avid. What would that sport be called in Fantasyland? Hockey.
Hockey,
What would
yeah.
hockey be called in Fantasyland?
Icy biscuit.
Icy biscuit. That's
Icy
just a very
biscuit.
well-known Las Ongales icy biscuit fucking sports league.
Ingus has never heard of Icy Biscuit.
I say quack, quack, quack.
I'm gonna get excited. I'm like, this must be a peasant game. Quack, quack.
Quack,
I've
quack,
never read
quack.
about this game in the gossip columns.
Can our fucking victory march be the Mighty Ducks quacks? Like, that would be idiotic. And
As long as
imbecilic.
it's not
Like,
copyrighted somehow, yes.
I don't think it is.
You can't copyright a bunch of people screaming the word quack, can you? I don't know.
Yeah.
You can.
We'll find
That's a
out. We'll
question
find
for the
out.
lawyers.
Grom, our boss, is looking across the bar at his new secret
Oh.
agent screaming the word quack.
Well, he was screaming. He's going, Daniel, would you put some clothes on? You're
What?
dripping all
And
over the
that-
floor.
This is the full mast, ain't it?
When I turn my head and say, what? Then that's when the moment of it drops to my ankles. Yeah, and it just shows my bare ass to the camera.
Okay, so with the plan in place for the ambush on the secret hideout, ready for, I think, the next day, right?
Yeah.
And the team's all together back at the inn. But we'll leave the infiltration of the secret hideout for next time.
Hell
We'll
yeah.
cut
Yeah.
there.
All right.
Will the team succeed in taking down Orton? Will the team be able to eat 42 pounds of meat before it goes bad? Find out next time on Heads Must Roll. You can check out the video version of our adventures on YouTube, or you can listen to them as podcasts wherever podcasts are found. In the meantime, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow Heads Must Roll on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.